It's literally been 4 times in a row that Ihara has just been, like, massively aggressive. Like, I cannot get past him in that. Absolutely wild how aggressive he's being. Because the issue is, like, you want to grab the furniture and then hit him with it immediately, but if he's that aggressive, you don't have the time. By the time you walk back to grab the furniture, or just grab the furniture immediately, there's not enough time to react. He does have one move where he runs up to you that is slow enough that you can guard, which leaves you with only, like, a little bit of time to strike him back, but it's enough, and he's not doing it. Man's not fucking doing it. Like, my god, dude, just let me hit you. Begging you. Let me hit you. Just 1 or 2 times. All I care about. I can do the rest. Just let me hit you. Let me hit you, and then I can get on with my life. Because usually if we can get to chapter 2 for Akiyama, usually we just carry on at that point. Unless we have like a horrific roof section, which we did have earlier, but that doesn't happen very often these days. Just need to get to the next chapter, and that's where all my fucking, like, that's where, like, my time loss is, but then after that is all the time save. Like, just need to get to chapter 2. It's a lot more manageable than this chapter. Mostly because there's only, like, 1 fight. 1 fight, and it's the baseball fight. Easy. More baseball bats. You get baseball bats in this chapter in a timely manner. My god, these tutorials would be very easy. So would Ihara. It would all go down exceedingly fast. Like, at the start of this fight, you just swing. And the next fight, you just go behind them all, line them up, and then swing. Ihara, you just fucking swing. Even if he's aggressive, he walks into the bat. I wish I had baseball bats. That's the real issue with this run. It's not too much baseball. It's not enough. But imagine if we had baseball for the start of Saijima's part. Fuck you, Saito. Imagine if we had fucking baseball for the start of Kiryu's part. Fuck you, Saito. That's more like how this normally goes. Then we hit you with the heat. Grab the wheel. Finish you. And then finish you. Bad guard, because that means I don't build up so much heat. So combo into level up. Finishing. Blah, blah, blah. There's boom. Please heat attack. Okay, fuck it. Heat attack would have been nicer, but the game sometimes doesn't give it to you. Like that. But that's essentially a good recovery for that going slightly wrong. That's essentially what I've been trying to do, like, for the last, like, 20 minutes is just something like that. Next one. Basically, fuck you, Saito. Pretty much. Pretty much. Saito's, like, the luckiest boss in this. We fight him, like, 2 different times. And, well, multiple if you count Saijima's. And he's the one boss that doesn't get hit with baseball bats. Like, what the fuck, dude? I guess, and Kiryu, I guess. Yeah. Kiryu uses the baseball bats. Basically, fuck Saito. Okay, so we... Actually, did I use my... I didn't use my essence of finishing, so we start with the bush. We start with the tree. I have heat. I murder this guy. Fully. Completely fully. This also drops us next to the other sign, so we pick that up and over hit the 2 next to us. That builds up enough heat if we can hit multiple. That's why you have to hit multiple here. Because you guard it. I'm gonna do this to you. Downside is I'm not near the other sign right now, so we'll have to walk up there and hope the other 2 walk with us. Come on, you 2. Good shit. That's fine, because this will be full combo. Just trying to aim at this guy, didn't work. Bounce. Still good. Still good. Still sub 430. Which is what we're after. Still good. That bounce was very nice. Bounce was very nice. Something that Yakuza 3 introduced, which Yakuza 4 doesn't make as big a song and dance about you doing, but is still a big factor, is what the game calls bounding, which is actually like a term used in Gaiden again, of all games. Whereas basically bounding is where you bounce an enemy off of a wall and do more damage. That's a big component of Yakuza 3's combat. Like, it's one of the reasons why we do a shit ton of damage in Yakuza 3's early game. But it's something that Yakuza 3 kind of wants you to do way more, which is why people don't like the combat as much. Right. Behave. God, you're a fucking ass. I'm glad I hit you. Oh god, I'm gonna hit this stamina and it's fine. We just get rid of it from our inventory. Run continues, and that's all that matters. I don't like this position on this table. You need to make sure you are constantly hitting Ihara, because at this point he does feel the heat if you let him out of his stunned state. But at this point he's gone. My 31 isn't great, but we'll take it. It's fine. We'll be like plus 3 to 5 at the end of this chapter. That'll be fine. This is still carry-onable material, thank fuck. Everybody rejoice, we actually have a run in the next chapter. Unless my game crashes now. Which never say never, it's not happened with Yakuza 4 before, but it has Yakuza 5.
It's been a good 2 years.
How's it? How's it though? Laskin Hero, thank you for the 24 months, I appreciate it. It has been a good 2 years. Fucking A, it's a speedrun at last. Feels fucking good. Unless I mess up the phone skipping, of course. I'm not. I could do.
No.
Sometimes I feel like this is going well, and sometimes I feel like this isn't going badly. Like, that bit for Hannah always goes, like, really well for me, and then the rest doesn't. Like, I guess it's because it's the multiple, it's the multiple text boxes in a row that make it feel like it's fast. Like, there's a little delay in, like, loading up, like, the other characters, like, speaking and stuff. So, there's, like, a little delay in being able to skip the text, which is what makes it feel like it's a lot slower, because it is inherently a little slower, but it's not if you're, like, mashing properly. It's weird, it's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, chapter 2, fucking A. God, I missed this. Now I get to play baseball. I mean, that's a lie, because there could be the fight spawn in Eversu's alleyway. Swear to God. I don't like getting salty at speedruns, but when I'm stuck in the first chapter of Yakuza 4 for an hour, I get a little salty. I don't want to be stuck in Nakayama's part anymore, please. Let me go. Just at least one run to Saejima tonight. That's all I care about. 4 seconds, that's it. There we go. Boom. Ah, good. Thank God. Like, I'm still going to lose time in this chapter, because my chapter here was completely fucking goated in my PB. But that's fine. As long as I get out of chapter 1 saving time, it's fine. The time lost that we will lose here is that time saved from the first chapter, and the next 2 chapters have time saved. That's it. That's how this works. Now just don't give me the fucking fight spawn in this alleyway. Or the Serena one. And I'm asking for a lot, just please don't. Good, it's not here, thank God. There's a fight spawn that can occur right here, and it's fucking horrible for the 2 times... Did you? For the 2 times that we have to... Alright, yeah, no. Discard, you can't. Fucking Yakuza 4's menu delay. Never mind, I'm losing like 15 seconds this chapter. Fuck this. I want to restart so bad, and I don't. Fucking Yakuza 4. Baseball time. Jesus Christ. Keep forgetting, you can't... You think you could consume the stamina, but we're actually full heat and full HP, so you can't consume the stamina. So you have to discard it. I keep forgetting that, because it's very... You don't want to pick up the stamina. You can get fight spawn around this corner right here. Thankfully, we haven't got it. This guy on the right looks like a fight spawn. He's a memo guy. He will be there to scare you every single time. There is no fight spawn here outside of Serena. It can be next to that white sign there. It fucking sucks. It's one of the worst fight spawns you can get in this run. I absolutely vehemently loathe it with a passion, but thank God, run continues for now. Very important we say for now. We do not make light of the Yakuza 4, because then Yakuza 4 will murder my run. Yakuza 4 behaves, I behave. Everything is fine. Huh? We at least get to play a little bit of baseball. Just a tiny bit of baseball. A little bit. A little bit. If not, since we got to that Akiyama chapter earlier, I haven't moved the notes up from Akiyama chapter 4. I always have the notes open just in case. Like, at this point, I know pretty much the entire run, like, off by heart, but it's like, I have the notes open as a just in case, especially for Saijima's part. For some reason, I keep fucking up Saijima's menuing, which is, like, because it's not that hard. I haven't moved the notes back from Akiyama chapter 4 since we lost that run, like, an hour and 20 minutes ago. Wishful thinking. We are gonna get there. I really don't like being, like, aggressive when it comes to, like, speedruns, like, at all. Because, like, a couple of years ago, again, back when I could only do, like, one PC speedrun a night, and I was, like, 3rd in the world on Titanfall, like, or Titanfall 2, I should say, like, I was going very hard on Titanfall 2. That's a fight spawn. That isn't actually. Look like a fight spawn. That's the usual spot. Interesting. I was going exceedingly hard on Titanfall 2, and just, I got to a place where I was just, like, really angry all the time. I don't like being angry all the time. Speedrunning is fun, for the most part. When you're not stuck in, like, chapter 1 of a speedrun for hours, it is fun. But it's one of those things where, like, when we get this PB, like, when we eventually get this Yakuza PB, even if it's, like, only, like, 10 seconds, I'm going to pop the fuck off. Like, it's gonna be the best feeling. What just happened to my menu? Thanks. I didn't press circle. Is Gaiden's auto-assist on? They're trying to auto-assist me out my fucking menu? Like, when I get this PB, I'm gonna pop the fuck off, even if it's not the best PB that I've ever wanted in the world. Like, ideally, like, with the time save that we've seen from, like, the previous few days, I absolutely have somewhere between, like, 30 seconds to a minute of time save still. Like, that I can, like, not easily get, but should be gettable. So I'm a little... 20 seconds of that is in Tanamura's part alone of boat skill. So, you know. Rest of it's from fucking Saito. Both Saitama and Kiryu. Thank you for taunting, you jackass. Thank you for going down so I can Essence finish you. Essence have finished this guy. Thanks. Normally, you'd want to get that guy. Because of that, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. That should keep that baseball bat as well. Not the best tutorial, but at the same time, I dealt with the enemies with what I needed to. I can't tell whether that broke the baseball bat or not. That was right at the end of the animation. Baseball bat might still be remaining. For safety, we will get the other baseball bat out at the start of this next chapter. Not a good tutorial. That was one more swing than I would have liked, but it's still decent. Taking out the other guy with normal attacks into an essence of finisher was smart. That was very smart. That's been something I've been thinking about in that tutorial for the last couple of days, considering, like, how that can go wrong. We're at least getting to the next chapter. It's not going to be good. Lose, like, 15 seconds, but it's still going to be the next chapter. We just have to save all that time save we did earlier with this in the next chapter. It'll be fine. 15 seconds. 18 seconds. Ouch, that's a bit nasty. That's still pullbackable. That's absolutely pullbackable. Like, absolutely in the next 2 chapters. Like, absolutely. Okay. Thumbs up. Got a run going, chat. It is actually happening. For once, it is actually happening. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So, Digimon side quest. What do you mean by is it worth doing? If you want to do all sub-stories, yes. And the final sub-story is worth it. Digimon isn't that bad when you get, like, one overpowered unit. It's not too bad. Once you can get one of the Kiwami units from that final gacha, you'll be flying. Which you can get before the 3rd gym? Yeah. So I'm going to use up D-pad just in case left D-pad is broken. It is not, thank God. Go into my menu, take the sake, and swing. So I have still one more flurry. That's still fine. If he goes down to the ground, Essence of Finisher, you lose about, like, 3-4 seconds to it. It's fine. It's not the best way to end the fight. But at the very least, it's not the end of the run. It does lose you a tiny bit of time, but not a huge amount. This will potentially lose me more time, but still save me time if I can do this properly, because I didn't do this properly in my PB. So this is actual time save coming up here if I can do this properly, despite losing time there. Which I've actually been doing pretty okay at this today, at this chase. The 3 times we have gotten here have actually gone pretty okay. One went very well, so... 1, 2, 3. Hit him as he goes in the corner. Stops the run. Actually hit him there. It's fine. I'm going to keep going forward because that way I don't miss him at all. He's not taking as much damage as usual, so it might just be bottle time. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I had him on the good side, so I knew that was fine. Quicker than getting the bottle. Not the best you can do there, but also not bad. Definitely better than my PB, so I'll take that. Okay with that. I think PB was bottle. I think I bottled it in my PB. So I still think that saves a little bit of time. It doesn't save me all the time I wanted, considering losing time to the bit before that. But we should be okay. We should be okay. I don't think we're going to be saving like a massive amount of time in this chapter, but it also depends on what fight spawns we get. And whether or not we can get to the next fucking chapter because of these fight spawns. Very tired of Yakuza 4's fight spawns tonight. Been nothing but a thorn in my side. Very glad I started early today so that I could keep resetting. Pay attention as I'm running through town here because of the potential for fight spawns. Guy on the left is a fight spawn, but he won't get to me. So, ideally, the one fight spawn we don't get is one next to that white sign on the right-hand side. As long as we don't get a fight spawn there for the entirety of Akiyama, that's just going to be like 30 seconds of time save over the next 2 chapters. Just a massive amount of time save. There's a way to avoid it by running towards it, but it's fucking terrifying. And the way that the fight spawns I've had tonight have been, I'm not sure I trust it. Mouse collection, yes, because it's the PC version. Runs a very solid, smooth 60 FPS, much faster load times, all that jazz. You're wondering why I don't stream to the Yakuza 4 Remastered category on Twitch? No one watches the Yakuza 4 Remastered category. It's the same fucking game, it just looks prettier and it runs better. It actually does look prettier. The models in the Yakuza 4 Remaster, for some reason, they are higher quality than the models in LAD, and I'm not even joking about that. Apparently their polygon count is like way higher, which is... it's ridiculous. Like, if you ever thought, you know, the characters look way more high-res than, like, the rest of this remaster, it's because they fucking do! They fucking are! It's weird. It also means you get some very high-res quality mods on PC. Which I've seen the very early on, the high-res quality Akiyama Nude mod. Good mod. Fight spawn. Bad. Very bad fight spawn, actually. So here's the issue with this fight spawn on the right-hand side. He does not, because it's the PS3 era game, he does not get despawned when I come out of this menu. Which means I need to go to the right, not hit him, and make sure the camera doesn't turn around. If the camera turns around there, what happens with the older generation games, PS2 and PS3 for the majority of them, if you're holding the direction you want to run in, and the camera changes to the one that's looking behind, it would also mean that my Akiyama would also run behind. So I would run directly into that fight spawn. So whenever there's a fight spawn there, I have to delay my movement as soon as the camera changes, which loses me a second, but it doesn't lose the speedrun. It's unfortunate, but it's not that bad of a time loss. Movement stuff with camera angle changes is fucking wild when it comes to older games. So it happens a lot in some, newer games, but it's really fucking wild when it comes to older games. Not again. Fuck off. How does that work and the time before didn't work? Someone tell me that now. How the fuck do I get past him this time and I didn't the time before? When I was looking more to the left. How does that work? How does that work? How the fuck does that work? Am I complaining? You're damn right, even though my run is going. I'm still still mad about that run dying to that fight spawn earlier. Alright. First time tonight? No? Wow. Okay. No cursed accessory at all tonight. Jesus. Getting lucky on that regard, at least. I think my PB did have the cursed cutscene, so good stuff. That's just free time save. Very free time save. Because video games? True. Because Yakuza 4 is also applicable in this situation, I guess. PS3 can't see PS4 in Mass Effect. In fact, they already mastered in PS4. It's weird. It's Q-Lock. Like, it's Q-Lock. It's the best way we can describe it. I don't like Yakuza 8, spoiler-free opinion. That's not easy to give, spoiler-free. Gameplay fantastic, story okay. I think the issue I have with Infinite Wealth, and this is an issue I have with a couple of RGG games, with the exception of one, is that there's a fight spawn right to my right. Oh, that one's bad. That guy sucks. He's gonna come after me the second this cutscene's done. I need to remember that. That means I have to also run the other direction and lose more time. Fantastic. Yakuza 4's fight scenes, the fight spawns tonight have been very nasty. He's right there. I need him to move away from me, otherwise I'm going to get into a fight the second this cutscene's done. If he's over there, I can run past this way. I don't know how close he is. He's right there. Fucking Christ. Jesus, I'm getting away with murder right now. But the issue that I have with Infinite Wealth is something that I have an issue with a lot of RGG games, in that it tries to mix too many plot points together and stumbles over a good couple of them. I would say the one RGG game that succeeds at that, like juggling a whole bunch of plot stuff together and doesn't fumble the bag, is absolutely Yakuza 0. Like, Yakuza 0, they have multiple plot threads that they combine together, and it all works out beautifully in the end. But Infinite Wealth does not, and unironically, 5 is the same as Infinite Wealth. I would say this, but this just has the issue that the story's a little too simple. I think that, like, the issue with this is that, like, I think everybody's, again, individual stories are really, really good, but when it comes time to bring Kiryu into the fold in this game, it's just like, he's just there. Like, he's just there. Like, you could have done this game without Kiryu, honestly. That's not ideal. He's not dead. Now he's dead. I missed a shot. That's not great. That should keep the bat. Well, just, yeah, that keeps the bat. I won't swing just in case. Losing a little time. That's fine. Yeah, time saving the next chapter. It's fine. I just had bad fight spawns this chapter. That's why I'm losing time. That fight was fine. Yeah, Judgment also the same. Like, Judgment has a good couple of, like, plot threads that they all weave together. And they weave together, like, it's the Lost Judgment effect. It's the Judgment to Lost Judgment, LAD to Infinite Wealth effect. Where, gameplay-wise, Lost Judgment is better than Judgment. Gameplay-wise, Infinite Wealth is better than LAD. But plot-wise, they just fumble it. Like, they try and go too ambitious with it. And the other issue with Lost Judgment is that it retreads too many old grounds from Judgment. Like, the literal endpoint is taking the Deus Ex Machina shit from Judgment and just not doing it in as satisfying a way. Because the way that Judgment does its plot stuff, the person who gives you that phone evidence at the end of the game is really satisfying. It's the big kind of, like, arc that they have had over the entire game. Whereas Lost Judgment is just, oh yeah, some guy, here's a phone conversation. Like, it doesn't have the same impact. And it just feels cheap. Look forward to Judgment 3 doing the exact same plot thing again. Like, Lost Judgment just walks on Judgment's coattails too much. It's too afraid to do its own thing towards the end of the game. Like, the characters in Lost Judgment are fantastic. Like, the actual characters, their motivations, absolutely fantastic. But the actual overall storyline, they just fumble it with too many working parts. Too many working parts and not enough focus. Like, the first, like, half to 3/4 of Lost Judgment is fantastic. And then the end just fumbles it. I would say similar with Infinite Wealth. Like, the first half to 3/4 is really good, and then the end is just, yeah. What yourself? Like, it's almost as if when you get to the halfway point of Infinite Wealth, they don't know what to concentrate on. And the side that clearly got concentrated on more is the side that hits a bit more emotionally and a bit harder. Whereas, you know, the Hawaii side is just kind of... The impetus is gone. Like, the impetus is gone, the urgency in the story is gone, and just, yeah, it's a shame. It's absolutely a shame. Zero is a simple story when you, like put all of its sums together, because essentially, like, the story does a really clever thing in Zero when it gets to halfway, of just putting both Kiryu and Majima's goals together. They're both after the same thing for different reasons, which is Makoto Nakamura. Like, on Kiryu's side, you have obviously Tachibana, who's going after Makoto for not just the land, but obviously because sister. And you have Majima going after Makoto because of obviously his feelings towards her and wanting to protect her. And it's very simple at its core. And you also have Sagawa in Majima's corner with that, you know, little devil on his shoulder. Like, they weave the story in Zero so much better than the woven story in Infinite Wealth. Like, and I really like Infinite Wealth a lot. But it's just at the end that story just kind of falls apart because there's too many moving parts. I've said this before. One of the things for Infinite Wealth is that one, it's too long, but two, it's not long enough. It feels like there's just a chapter missing on Ichi's side of things. Like, if Ichi had one more chapter to flesh out a couple of the story beats, I think it'd be way more satisfying. Like, it's just missing that one little bit more. Like, which kind of the passion about writing? Yeah. And especially when you go back to revisit Yokohama's, like, comments about, you know, hey, the more we wrote about LA, like, Infinite Wealth story, the more we know we need to kill you. And, like, it's weird, because for the first half of the game, obviously, you know, you're controlling Ichi, but you have the whole Kiryu stuff, like, hanging over that. Like, it still feels like Ichi's game. But when you hit Chapter 8 onwards, all of a sudden, it doesn't feel like Ichi's game anymore. It starts feeling more like it's a two-person game. Like, if you just had one more chapter with Ichi to flesh out things and just add a little bit more context for stuff in the end, everything is fine. It just needs that one little bit more. It just doesn't have it. It's just missing a tiny bit. Zero, like, the only thing that I would say about Zero is that Majima doesn't have a satisfying thing before you start the finale, but that doesn't matter because Majima's finale has all of it. Like, the only thing that you could put between starting up Majima in Zero's finale with the finale would be a fight against Sagawa, and I don't think you need that. I really don't. With the way that their story arc is, and the way that they come to respect one another, much in the way that Kiryu and Kuze come to respect one another after, like, Kuze 5, you don't need that with Sagawa. You just don't. It's nice that you actually just don't fight him. Like, they come to that respect and understanding of each other from how the game has gone. And you get that, like, you get that finality from the final few cutscenes. Like, Zero absolutely wraps up the characters, their motivations, and the story in such a satisfying way. Like, it juggles so much in terms of characters, and yet it doesn't overstep how much it needs. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. Everything is so satisfying in the end of Zero. Like, you can absolutely complain that Zero is missing one or two things, like, say, you know, maybe a bit more for Yumi. Like, maybe, like, a Yumi, like, cameo, etc., etc. But there is so much more satisfying with Zero. Zero just weaves everything together so much nicer. Like, so much nicer. Like, Zero does it well, and I do wonder whether they're still trying to chase Zero too much. I really hope that with the next game, they don't do dual stories. One of the protagonists isn't coming back for the next game, that's for sure. But, like, not Ichi plus new character or one of the old squad. Like, You could absolutely, I don't think people would be happy by this. You could absolutely have a half and half squad with, say, Ichi in Japan and, say, Tomizawa as the main character in Hawaii. Like, just one character off the top of my head. You could absolutely do that, but I don't want that. I think for LED 9, which is obviously going to be 4 years away, you need a focus on just Ichiban. There's obviously going to be a bit around probably chapter 12 where he'll go for some soul searching and go seek out some old friends, blah, blah, blah. And this is gonna be upsetting to a couple of people. Wrong way, idiot. Fuck, I should just kept going that way. There's a quicker way to do this now, and it's this guy. I should have just gone the other way after I messed up there. It's fine. Not concentrating enough. That's the other issue with tonight. People aren't gonna like what I'm about to say. Cut down the amount of characters that Ichi has in his party. I think you remove Adachi, Namba, and maybe Sayako. Which would be bad, because I want more female party members. But I think Adachi and Namba, I think you can have them in the background for support. I don't think you make them main characters now. I think their replacements are actually Eric and Chitose. I genuinely do. And for people saying you can't bring them back easily, yeah, you can. Just give Ichi a reason to go to Hawaii. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. Like, Aji have had way more contrived reasons to bring back characters in the past. Like, and I know people will be upset about that, because again, I like Namba. I like Adachi. But I think they're getting too old. Like, you consider it's going to be in 4 years. Namba had a big role in Infinite Wealth, which is good, but Adachi was essentially just there. And yeah, you can say there's... Count as the brown one? Fuck you. You can say there's other characters that serve maybe less purpose, like Zhao and Jungi Han, but you can still do a lot with them. That'll be the ground one. Fuck you. I'm gonna go through the set piece without looking at the time until I'm done. I don't want to know how well or how badly I'm doing, because I can get a feel for it. I just want to be, like, surprised by my time at the end. But if I look at how this is going so far, I know I'll want to reset. I've been trying this, where I get the bat out before this fight, and just swinging from this cutscene. That's been working most of the time. Not too well this time. So I was trying to get the bat out. Does that kind of work similar to this to you? Okay. Fuck. Never mind. It's going bad. It's going very bad. Make sure you have the bat out before you go into this door. We do want a fast early swing on this one. Strong Adachi opinions. Oh boy. I was trying to get the hit so I could guarantee hit him without him guarding, because sometimes when he gets up and you swing, you will have him guard, which is a pain, but it's still fine. So start of this didn't go well. The rest of this can go well. Like, the rest of this absolutely can go well. See, if you get the bat out against these guys when you're in the room, it makes 3 of them feared, and you're guaranteed to hit 3 of them. The guy on the right usually moves, whereas if you get the bat out beforehand, there's a chance you can get all 3 of them. He was not in a good spot, which sucks. Should get these 2. Let's finish you off like this. Still has 1 bat left. Not too bad. Not too bad. The up D-pad bat probably has 1 flurry left, so I'm not going to be able to get off an essence and finish here, which sucks. I should honestly replenish my bats even though I still got like 1 flurry left before this bit, so that I can get off the essence and finish. Oh, it's 2 flurries. We're good. Very good, because Kasai needs to die? Okay. And the guy in the grey tracksuit, but that's not ideal. At angle. If I had a better angle there, this would have been pretty decent. I really didn't need to flurry. This guy dies in free. Like, that's going, it's fine. Want that out early as well, so I can just swing forward here. My angles here haven't been great recently, so let's hope.
Woo, 14 months. May the baseball gods, aka Sonata, bless you tonight, food.
Not ideal, but he goes down with that. I didn't mean to change my bat there. It's fine. Super Dante, thank you for the 14 months, I appreciate it. I'm a flurry here. Play baseball bat. This has not been a good set piece. That's also a bad hit. Damn it. Here, you two should both be pretty weak. Bounce. Bounce. No bounce. Still fine. If I could have bounced that guy, that would have been pretty decent. I shouldn't be trying to save bats here, because my bat setup right now is still fine. But I was hoping that would be faster than that. This has not been the best set piece. We are definitely losing time. 36 minutes here. Yeah, that's not good. I can still save a little bit of time if I have no bad fight spawns on the way to fucking Serena! Huzzah! Fuck you, Midorikawa. You have been a jackass lately. Get fucking hit. Taking bats. And my bat count doesn't matter too much at the minute. I think I'm coming out of Akiyama with 1 spare bat. If everything else goes the way it should do. Okay, good on you at least. I can take care of you too. You have full heat, so we do the full heat. If you don't have full heat, you do not do the full heat here, but if you have full heat, you do. Doing the field of heat as well actually sets up Midorikawa perfectly. I'm going to use right D-pad. I think up D-pad is still fine, but just in case. As long as you hit him with the baseball bat on the way up, you're fine. Because you always push in towards a wall, you get the bounding at the end, and then obviously you don't miss him, obviously with the baseball bat. Okay, good. Midorikawa definitely went much better than PB, but the rest of that set piece wasn't hot. The middle part was. The start and the end of it wasn't. I want to be out of there at about 37, not 37-20. It's not ideal. This might be a dead run already. We'll see. Once again, it all depends on fight spawns outside of Serena at this point. There's 3 more times we go to Serena, and we need to not have the bad fight spawn in front of it on any of those times. I can save a good 15 seconds from that. One for the first one. Bob. So see how swole he is. It's true. A man packing. A man packing a lot more than I expected. Fight spawn, but he's fine. You just cut the corner. As fight spawn, because he's looking to the right, you can sneak past him. It's a little tight at this angle, but it's fine. Because you don't mess up on your movement. You don't get caught in the corner. Cut this corner. Sorry, on the right. What's sorry on the right? If you notice in the middle of the road, there's like a line. That line is an absolutely perfect indicator of where the sub-story is. If you're on the right-hand side of the line, you are going to get the sub-story. From the left-hand side of the line, you are completely fine. So the line in the middle of the road is an absolute perfect indicator. And then we do the speed tech with Lydia again. Even though she doesn't get hit by customers, we do want to get 3 text boxes. 2. And 3. Yes, I moved, so the camera moved. That wasn't ideal. That kind of sucked. And we just do this 3 times again. Again, this saves you a good 30 to 45 seconds every single time. It is massive time save. It is absolutely huge. 1, 2, 3. Good angle. You know that's the good angle if the camera doesn't actually change there. It means you've gotten the text box nice and early as well. If you don't have the camera change, you have had the good angle there. It's a little rougher to get that angle for the text box at first, but if you can get that angle, that's good. Yeah, like, as I said, like, I actually unironically think that Ichi might be a bit too old of a protagonist. Like, I've been saying this a couple of times. Like, how many more games? Like, they want Ichi to be the protagonist for a decade. How many more games is that? Considering every game now is going to take 4 years. Like, rightfully so, every, like, new mainline game is going to take 4 years. Like, Ichi is going to start getting real old real fast. Like, I do wonder if they messed up with not making Ichi just a tiny bit younger. And it's RGG, they can just bullshit their way into, like, having him around for longer. But, like, he is going to start getting a lot older. Like, I can see him being, you know, main protagonist for 3 games. Maybe for a push, but it's like, you know, that's going to take us around to, like, 9 to 12 years at that point. So, also, this bit's nice, there's no fight spawns. You think it's because of the briefcase, but actually we fight with this exact same briefcase later on in Tanimura's part. So it's not that. There's just no fight spawns here. It's nice. I get to actually walk around Kamurocho and have a lovely time, to be honest. Like, they can absolutely keep carting Ichi out, but I do wonder whether they wish they made him just a tiny bit younger. Not like a huge amount. I'm not talking like, you know, like 10 years or so, but maybe like 5 to 6 years younger. Something like that. Even that would have given him 1 extra game. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we get an RGG Summit around about Tokyo Game Show this year, like we usually do. I'm expecting one around Tokyo Game Show this year. So if we get one around Tokyo Game Show this year, I think we hear about what RGG's obviously next project's going to be. I think their next mainline project, and this is a fingers crossed, I do hope it's Judgment Free, but I'm also hoping that in between, they'll do a spin-off. They'll do a Gaiden. Like, either between Infinite Wealth and Judgment Free, or between Judgment Free and LED 9. Like, I'm hoping for at least one more Gaiden. But, like, the Gaiden games are where they can actually, like, truly shine. Like, Kami free rating room, please, for the love of God, no. God. I also don't think we get Judgment Free until, well, I was gonna say maybe 2026, but, like, you could probably release it 2025 if they've been working on it since Lost Judgment. And it also does depend on, you know, is Kimutaku gonna be the star? Like, as much as I love Kaito, and as much as I absolutely loved Kaito Files, I don't think Kaito can solo a game. I do not think Kaito can solo a game, as much as I absolutely love the guy. You'd need a second playable character. And that would have to be either Higashi or Sugiura. Like, again, randomly have Sugiura having learned Yagami's fighting moves. Just, you know, randomly, like, bullshit and be all like, you know, oh, Yagami taught Sugiura how to fight. It wouldn't be the worst excuse RGG have ever had. And with how, like, nimble and quick Sugiura is, it would fit his fighting style quite well to be able to do the wall running stuff that Yagami can do, you know? And if you did manage to get Kimutaku back, because Kimutaku, well, he still is the big face of, like, you know, the Judgment series, you can have him go to Hawaii. After all, a certain Koga in Lost Judgment told Kimutaku, or Takayuki Yagami, where was he going? To Hawaii. RGG actually hinted at it. They hinted at it in Lost Judgment. Cheeky fuckers. So you could easily have Yagami head to Hawaii, and then call up Kaito in the second half of the game. Or, if you're so fond of your two dual protagonist stories like you seem to be at the minute, RGG, have a side of it be in Japan with Kaito. Like, have Kaito be a second playable character in that game. You would reduce the cost of getting Kimutaku in, and you would also have, hopefully, a good story that spans between both Japan and Hawaii. You know? Yeah, bring back Daniel Day Kim. Hell yeah. Like, you can absolutely have Kaito as a dual protagonist to Yagami with how different their fighting styles are. I'd be so happy. I'd be so, so happy. And then again, just have a guiding game. That fight spawn is there again? This jackass? Don't leave me alone. I just want to go down that alleyway. Honestly, never lets me. Losing time. Absolute jackass. I gotta go the long way now. What if I have 20 out of that cutscene? Ooh. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good at all. This has not been a good Akiyama. Ooh. That's a fight spawn on my right. Ooh. Ooh. This guy's not. He's the memo guy. He's fine. Leave me alone. I don't want what you're selling. I'm low leaving. I want to get to Saijima. Let me go. What baseball bat have I got for Minami? I used right D-pad. Uh-oh. I did. I used right D-pad for Minori Kawa, didn't I? Yeah, we'll use that D-pad. Fine. Fight spawn. Nice. Watch out for the sub-story on the right, but still, stay on the left-hand side of that line. Yeah, I'm going to lose a bit of time. Let's rock. Actually, I might not. Huh. This will be close. This will be very close. We should at least get to Saijima. You'll see where my gold is in about 10-15 seconds time, though. My gold here is kind of wild. Please let it be up D-pad. Please, for the love of God, let it be up D-pad. I think I used my right against Midoriya Cal. I did. At least a little bit. Fuck you! You did your fucking slow combo. Fuck you. This is where I was supposed to save time, because I got hit by Minami in my PD as well. Stay on the fucking ground! Thanks. One essence of finisher, 3 flurries. No bats equipped on Akiyama, remember that. I not saved my golds the other day, because my gold should be right way before that bit. Okay, there's at least a little bit of time save. Considering how bad that set piece was, I'll take 5 seconds of time save. This is very doable. Very, very manageable. I have a good chunk of time save in this chapter. I'll do this. Oh, noise makes me spaz. My friend, same. Same, and the way his voice changes from, like, the, having the microphone to obviously not having the microphone. I have good time save in this chapter. I have at least probably up to 20 to 30 seconds of time save here. Then probably like 5 to 10 seconds in the next chapter. Then a good 20 to 30 in the chapter after that. And a good 30 to 40 in the chapter after that. This is all based on best case scenario. Doesn't always happen. And then nice to actually see Saijima for once today. Ideally, we get double hits here. That's the name of the game. It's a shame. Double hits with a strong. What we're after, ideally. Be very careful with how we take care of enemies here. I should be going after the other guy. This means I have to delay this ending. Because unfortunately, if I have that level up text on screen, it takes longer to get out of the fight. So I have to delay that, and unironically, delaying that has just saved me 10 seconds. I'm not even joking about that. It really looks like I'm going slower because I'm not finishing that guy off. I'm actually going a lot faster. You do not want to finish fights with Saijima with the level up text on screen. Especially that one. If you do with that one, then you literally lose a good amount of time, because the game slows down to let the text finish, and for some reason it takes long to go through with the slowdown at the end of the fight. So literally waiting for that level up text to go through is the actual correct answer there. It doesn't look it, but it is. Hey, Voitus. Wait, did you go to the Norwegian speedrunning stuff? I don't remember the name. If you did, I hope you had a good time. I know a bunch of people who usually go to ESA went to it. If you did, I hope you had a good time. If not, hope you had a good time with whatever the hell you've done. Hope you had a good time in general. You'd think this prison sequence is, like, not too bad. It can be bad. It can be very bad. It's mostly down to Saito, but it can also be down to the ads as well. I've been having pretty decent, like, prison sections the last couple of days. So, here's hoping. Unfortunately, what I should have done to get rid of the level up text faster is something PLA told me, and I keep forgetting, is to actually do the level up at the end of that fight. Because it helps, because then I don't have to menu here to go over to here to get combo speed boost. And then mess up my movement going over here. Save me a good second or so. And also save me time at the end of the other fight. Thank you, Rosa. Appreciate it. Oh, not over as much. At least I caught you with that. That was me not being over enough. This is a bird fight. Dead. Yeah, not a good fight. You ideally want to get out of that fight around the 49 to 51 second mark if you do the things correctly. The issue there was I was too far to the right for my first double hit. So I did not get the double punch that you are usually supposed to get on those guys. At least with a strong attack. And then obviously he guarded as well, so fuck that guy. First, even though the guy on the right is the one to speak to. I can still save time if this fight goes well, because this fight did not go well in my PB. I can still save a shit ton of time in the set piece, obviously. We're hoping that we don't get some weird as fuck Yakuza 4 hitboxes, because I've had some very weird things happen in the set piece the past couple of attempts. Some good, some bad. Mostly bad. For some reason, the light strong has not been connecting all the time. I have no idea why, because it's not a distance-based thing. It's just not been connecting. Yakuza 4 it does what it wants. It's usually not happy. I'm not happy. I had so many resets. There is a nice, easy way to do this, provided these two don't guard. The first one shouldn't. The second one might. Does. I'm gonna hit him again. Good. Good. As long as he doesn't block the strong hit, that's the good shit. The strong hit hits him into the wall, it does the bounding, he falls down. Light into charge strong, easy peasy. That's a good fight. It's a very good fight. A beautiful fight. Sometimes he can guard the strong hit as well, and if he blocks the strong hit, you have to break his guard. Fucking sucks. When he doesn't, you just get to fly. It saves you like a good 5 seconds. It's kind of weird how much time it saves, but it saves a lot. We're flying. This is where things get scary, though. This is where things get very nasty. Okay. 1 then 2, don't forget. 1 then 2. 2. Need to kill 1 enemy here to get the level up. Which is usually this guy bouncing off the right. 1, 2. Fuck Saito. Try and fuck him up. We want to build up a heat against him, so we can just get an essence of finisher off against him. That usually does the trick. And then finish him. Too far? Okay, not too bad. Too bad for a start. Take that. So one thing you can do with Saijima's charge attacks, and this is where things get a little tricky, you can actually let them fly a bit earlier. Every single one is like a second or half a second earlier, and the thing about that is you can miss with them, but it does make them come out way faster. Please don't dodge. Thank you. So I'm doing it here, for example. Good. Shoot. It's going to be very important for this next fight coming up ahead. Also, I'm trying intentionally not to pick up healing items. We do not need healing items, and the more healing items we pick up, the more cluttered our inventory gets, which is really bad. If we can keep our inventory not cluttered, we can save like 2 to 3 seconds in the next chapter. Again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it does. It adds up. If I was to mess up all these like little, you know, 2 to 5 second like time saves, I would lose a good like 30 seconds already. Like, there's just a lot. Fuck you. God, I fucking hate you. On the fucking floor. I'll let him go, but that's fine, because it's early. It's fine as long as I can get him on the floor again. On the fucking floor, you jerkus. Man, I'm always fucking upset. Like, come on. I'm gonna use my finisher, but now I have to be careful not to let him up. At this point, if I let him up, he does a 45-second long cutscene and the run's over. Ideally, we would be in a corner so he can't roll away from me. I only want Essence of Finisher because the enemies in this game have heat damage prevention, even on easy. Not the best Saito, still fine. Fuck Saito indeed. I can get behind that. Much fuck Saito. He fucking sucks. Like, the fact that you can lose 45 seconds just to letting him stand up in this sucks. He is also a pain in the ass because he guards a lot. He breaks your guard a lot, as you saw. Like, man's a fucking menace. I hate the guy. I have no idea how much I hate the fucking guy. It hasn't been going super great so far. You do the same as earlier. This guy likes to guard. If he does, I'm just going to punch him and then bounce him off the wall. If you can bounce him off the wall with a single charge, you can actually, like, finish the enemies here really fast. Okay. So, double charging finish is what we get next. This will help with the next segment. This next segment is very RNG. This sucks. If you're playing on a harder difficulty, this bit really fucking sucks. This bit's like one of the worst bits on harder difficulties. This bit's just awful on harder difficulties. So we have a sniper who is aiming at us. On easy, he doesn't shoot you too many times. You can get through this without being shot. It's quite tight timing, which is why the next enemies are the worst. As long as you have double charge and finish, this, then 1, 2, 3. Without being shot, that resets the timer on the sniper. The guy on the left, he has a stun grenade. God, they suck, because if the stun grenades hit you, surprise, you get stunned. I'm glad the door at least broke. I'm gonna get sniped by the sniper. I roll a few times, I can try and stop it. Unfortunately, that's not the guy. Actually, he is the guy with the grenade. Maybe I should hit him. Because unfortunately, there is a second guy with a grenade, which is the guy I just ran past. He can also stun me here. If you're very lucky, you can get a rooftop that has 0 stuns if you're on a harder difficulty. Good fucking luck. Take out the grenade, guys. You are going to get murdered if you don't. The other issue about this is that Saito sometimes, like, knows who he's targeting, which really sucks. I'll take 1 grenade stun. The 1 grenade stun, at least when I broke the other door, isn't too bad, because at least when I became unstunned, I could keep running. You get 2 grenade stunned there. It's just unfortunate. Hasn't been the best set piece, which is my worry. I'm definitely not going to save too much time if I do. Need these next bits to go well. For this room, the good old double weak charge is good for clearing out a good couple of enemies. I do not know where Saito is aiming. This guy sucks. Again, try not to... Okay. Okay. God damn Yakuza 4 and it's grabbing enemies. Bounce. What you're also seeing is me bouncing enemies into walls to do a little bit of extra damage to them. Bad fight. I think this is gonna lose us time. This is not ideal. Please open the door, Saito. Looking 59-49. It's tight. I'm 15 seconds behind, it might not be too bad. I need this guy to fucking behave again. Fuck you, Saito. Do the triple charge, you should get Saito here, but sometimes don't. A gun. Actually, don't want to shoot Saito here. You'd think I would, but I don't. I want the ads. Fucking hate you to bits. God, I fucking hate him so much. Yeah, losing a big chunk of time. How did that miss? Game. He didn't get up I thought he was going to. Terrible. I should be saving time in that chapter. I still have time save later, but like I should be saving time in that chapter. How bad that was, I'll take only losing 6 seconds, honestly, but I should be ahead at this point. Thankfully, there's time save in this chapter. There's lots of time loss in this chapter as well. This chapter's wild. This chapter is literally one singular boss fight. Unfortunately, that singular boss fight can fuck you up completely. This boss is actually terrifying. What we will ideally do is keep this boss on the floor the entire fucking time. If we don't, we're dead. If we don't, runs over. Fortunately, the boss fight is against this guy. No idea who the fuck this guy is. The thing I have learned from this is that you do not fuck with people who own orphanages. If you fuck with people who own an orphanage, they're gonna fuck you up back. Understood. So yeah, unfortunately, Kiryu can be terrifying. Kiryu has 3 phases. He has his normal phase, his blue heat phase, and his red heat phase. If you let Kiryu get to his red heat phase, he has the fucking tiger drop. We're hopefully not gonna let that happen. Which requires me to not fuck this fight up. This is not a hard fight, but it's very easy to make a big mistake. Let's find out. Plus, give me the 2 on 43, I appreciate it. I normally concentrate when it comes to this fight, because I mess this up so easily. The boss in this and the boss in the next chapter are not hard bosses to do in the run. It's just easy to fuck it up. Still fine. Didn't mess it up. So the things that you need to react to in that fight is whenever you bounce Kiryu in the sky and he bounces. If he bounces and you do not do another attack, he will get up immediately. He has the like Kamaki Cap-like reflexes, but as long as you hit him when he's in midair, he won't get up again. That's the big one. That's the big place where people mess up with that fight. Also, he was not respecting the rules of the charge strike, because he was getting up rather early there. That was not ideal. Still. Good fight. Lost 0.4 of a second, that's fine. Good. Didn't mess up the run. Now, this is where one of my 2 big time save chapters are. There is something in this chapter that lost me about 30 seconds in my PB. See how it goes this time, because oh god is it fucking awful. I need to do a couple things on Saijima though. So first, off to the Popo. We need alcohol. Always need alcohol. We need 1 round of alcohol though. And this locker key. This locker key contains the Eye of the Dragon. This is going to sell for a metric fuck ton of money. Speak to the shopkeep. Again, I'd like 1 bottle of sake, please. Good inventory, very good inventory. We can do the fast sell at Ebisu. That's nice. So now we go to the top right part of the map. Remember, the taxi list is reversed in Yakuza 4. So usually, East Park Boulevard would be near the top. Yakuza 4, it's actually at the bottom. You just need to remember that. Isake is for an NPC in a bit. That guy in the white hoodie there is a fight spawn, so we'll have to remember he is there on the way back. He is very easy to dodge on this left-hand side, thankfully. Make sure you speak to this guy, otherwise you're going to have to come back here. We got to go see somebody in the underground mall. There is actually a very quick and easy taxi to go to get to him. You'd think it'd be the Pink Street entrance. Actually, it's not. The underground parking lot. You can get to him easily from Pink Street. This is faster. Just go in door B. What we do? Puts us right next to him. Pretty nice. And also free from fight spawns, which is even better. This guy right here. Make sure you give him the sake, so all the way to the bottom. Hold down in that menu so that you are already menuing. So at this point, we get told to go back to the Champion District. Make sure not to speak to her. She's a long conversation. She's a memo keeper. Tells you about the underground lockers. And then we go back to the taxi and we go up by 1. Because remember, the taxi list would be underground, then East Park Boulevard, but we are at the underground one, so therefore it is no longer in the menu. Then we get to the big time save moment. 1, hopefully we can get to here without having a fight spawn. 2, Kido. The Kido chase has been giving me nothing but absolute fucking grief. The last 2 weeks I've been running this. The fight spawn? Good. I haven't had to deal with the Champion District fight spawn. Thank God. We're done with it now. Oh, thank God.
Oh my God.
Lucky, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Alright, so, this jackass. This piece of shit I'm going to tell to get his balls out later. We want to get him in a chase section. There's a couple of permutations that can happen here that really fuck you up. And he's been a jackass the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to concentrate here and make sure that I don't lose this chase. Because this chase, I can save 30 seconds in. We're in trouble already. Oh, fuck. Big trouble already. Should be already running at this point. Yeah, we're fucked. Another run thrown to Kido. Go the other way. Thanks. I want him that way. I'm going to intentionally grab the spot again. So I'm going to stay a little away from him in the hopes that he actually goes to Tenkaichi. And in the hopes that he actually stops here. Good. Now I can get him back on track to what he should be. Into him. So he doesn't go this way. It's extra hit. You want to wait till he stops running. I'm going to do again where I wait here so that he stops on Nakamichi instead of goes further. Good shit. Not the best Kido, but that is what a normal Kido would look like without fucking up at the start. So, those are the positions that you want Kido to go through for a normal Kido chase. That's what I've been trying to get for the past 2 weeks, and this is the first fucking time I've managed it in a long time. Essentially, those are the stopping points. You want him to stop at the top of Tenkaichi, make sure you are blocking off the way to Tenkaichi so he doesn't go that way because his run is longer, and then you want to make sure he stops in the middle of Nakamichi. Because at that point, you should have a bottle, and you can just throw at him like that. Not too bad. Not too bad. That should save me time. Not as much as I would like, but that should save me time. Now all depends on Ivan Ibrahimovic. So in this bit, we want to be exceedingly careful. We used to get that locker key on this corner up here. That's the locker key for the stun gun. Because we used to stun old Kido. Do not speak to the guy next to the locker keys. We are saving him for a specific character. Get our Eye of the Dragon. And then run forward. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Good stuff. Breathe a little easier now. Things are chill for now. You can push Kido a little bit here, but it's a bit finicky, and you can push him off his AI path. Try not to in this bit. Next bit, yes. This bit, no. Actually, better just be waiting at the end. John Shirai, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming. Thank you very, very much. You can push him here as well, much like Yakuza 3 again, trying to push him too far off of his, like, designated pathway. Not too bad. Hey! Good. Good. I can actually breathe easy. This is the nice chill bit for now. We at least have a run going for a little bit longer, thank God. This is obviously going to be the last attempt for tonight. I don't think I can stomach going back to Akiyama again. So, here's hoping. This bit, we get introduced to Saijima's Move Master, so this is just automated cutscene. We don't have to worry too much. Oh yeah. We'll follow this guy. It's gonna give us a choice of whether or not we want to do the actual training with the guy or whether we want to help him out. That is an illusion of choice. It is a fake one. You have to help him. So if you say no, it just keeps regurgitating the text box over and over and over again until you say yes. So we are obviously going to say yes. And then the fight afterwards isn't actually too bad, which is nice. Ugh. Help him out. We want to do full combos for these enemies. If we get lucky, one of them will go on the floor and we ask them to finish them. If we get really lucky, none of them will guard. Because they like to guard. They are pains in the ass. Didn't go on the floor. And there's the guy. Just finished. Not too bad. That's usually how this fight goes. I love how, like, the actual heat moves in the PS3 era games, like, really visceral. Like, they are in the newer ones, like, obviously the dagger heat action, the dragon engine, bleh. Dagger and dragon, hard to say together. But, like, I don't know, like, the heat actions in this game, like, deform the enemy faces. Like, they're fucking wild. They're really violent. There was a Yakuza still looking UK, yes. I own it. Did you know there was a white version of it in Australia? Found that out thanks to Snowy Stanji Man. Had no idea that one existed. It looks really fucking sick, honestly. But it is, as you can probably guess, rare as sin. Alright. So, at this point, we are supposed to go and visit the florist. What we're actually going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a detour. It's going to be one of our last moments where we have freedom of movement on Saijima. There is something that we very desperately need on Saijima. Be pretty obvious if you've seen the rest of the speedrun tonight. Baseball bats. I'm going to go play baseball. You see the florist. The florist is actually at the top right part of the map. Thankfully, as you already know, next to a taxi spot. So instead, we're going to head to Ebisu. This is one of the only times we can get down there easily. Plus, we can have the baseball bats for a fight in this chapter. Unfortunately, we can't use it for the boss in this chapter, but we can at least use it for one of the fights. Which, if done correctly, will also save me time over my PB. Fight spawn? No. There can be a fight spawn right here. Blocks off the access to this alleyway, so that's why I pound my camera early to make sure. Can be a fight spawn in this alleyway. It will not be here when we leave Ebisu. You cannot get a fight spawn directly next to you when you leave a shop in this game. So, if you have only one of each item, you can hold down and right and just sell them like that. It's so much faster than manually doing it. Plenty of your finest baseball bats. Thank you very much. And fun fact, no, we're not going to be using all of them. So, the baseball bats. You will not be using them all as Saijima. Saijima's baseball bats are spare baseball bats. Any spare baseball bats that Saijima has are going to our other protagonists for the finale. For the finale, what you want ideally is a bare minimum 2 bats Akiyama, 2 bats Kiryu, but again, for both of them, ideally 2.5 or 3. 2 or 3 on Saijima. 3 is a bit more important on Saijima. And more importantly, everything else on Tanimura. At the very minimum, 6, ideally somewhere near 8. There is a sub-story that blocks us off on the way here. This one is actually fine to get past. Stick to the left. As long as you hug the left and touch that sign, you will be completely fine and you won't trigger it. Same for coming back this way. Can be fight spawns in the way here. These three are not fight spawn. The guy on the left is. So he will need to be remembered on the way back as well. He should have seen me, so that means he's one of those fight spawns that if I get too close to, he'll start a fight. So I need to make sure that I just move a little bit further. He's a larger lad, so if he sees me, he will actually, like, not catch up with me. I do need to go a little bit further away so that he doesn't trigger an automatic fight spawn. This is me a tiny bit of time, but at least we don't lose the run to that. Again, stick to the right, make sure we get close to the sign and we should be fine. And then we get this park fight. So this one should be ideally one flurry. But it requires a very good angle. One of them won't fear, and it's the guy on the left, and he'll be the guy we're hitting with the baseball bat. That is pretty damn good. There's one alive, just hit him. Sometimes you can get lucky, and he will actually fall on the floor for an essence of finisher. If not, just hit the guy. You can flurry, because that won't use up all of the baseball bat, but you're usually going to need to do 2 hits into the flurry anyway, so just hit him. Was very nice. That was very, very nice. Good angle. It is very hard to hit all 5 of them in one go. We usually have that guy who survived at the end just move to the right, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's the last time we get to use a baseball bat in this chapter, because there's a boss coming up, and by God, it'd be nice to use a baseball bat against this boss. It's going to be Ivan Ibrahimovic in the Coliseum, which, God, I wish I could use a baseball bat. This guy fucking sucks. He's like Saito and Kiryu, but hyper mode. The man likes to get up and just hit you with a heat attack. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy so much. That sucks. Fucking hate Ivan. He's a lot easier to deal with than Kiryu and Saito once he's on the floor, but the issue is the fight arena. The fight arena can bounce, like, you know how we've been bounding enemies against walls and stuff? You don't want to do that for Ivan. You don't want to do that for Ivan. You really don't. If you do that against Ivan, you got problems. Because he's going to get up. He's going to instantly heat attack you. Here's that Coliseum section. Hopefully we're not stuck here for an hour like I was yesterday with guidance. Shit! Don't need that money. Fucking... that menu fucked me. I was not holding down there. I was holding it a little bit, but not a lot. So I fucked that. Throw Ivan to the floor. You'd attack the guy. And then keep him on the floor the entire time. Do not let him up when he gets his yellow heat, which is exactly after the first time you hit him. Again, like Kiryu, if he bounces, make sure you get him again. Oh, that's bad. Okay, we're good. He won't bounce again. When they bounce like once or twice, they only bounce again if they get back on their feet. And obviously, I'm not letting Ivan get back on his feet. Not the best, but still fine. You can see where my gold is there with a good Kido chase. I am saving time because my Kido chase is better than my PB. Cool. In 10 seconds. I have a bunch of time save in this chapter. A lot, actually. It's going to be a little hard to get, but I do have a bunch of time save. I know where most of it is. Most of it is at the very, very end. Two cops skip. God, yeah. If only. If only. Abso-fucking-lutely not. My run was like 40 seconds behind at this point. I absolutely would and then just call it afterwards, but shit's going well at the minute. So, for this bit, be very careful. There is a cutscene trigger right here. You can miss it. If you miss it, it does not load any of the subsequent story stuff, which sucks. Because by not hitting the story trigger here, you can actually roam around Kamurocho without having half the roads blocked off. And unfortunately, no, it doesn't lead anywhere for speed. I have tried a lot of things. Unfortunately, you just cannot progress the game if you miss that story trigger. RGG are very good at making you go on the actual story beats for their games. There's very, very few story skips, unfortunately. So this is, again, another one of your fake options. You have to either pick to follow or not follow, obviously, old Saito. Saito? Jesus Christ. Tadachi. Jesus Christ. Saito's later. Don't worry about him. Saito on the brain. Tadachi here to his dojo. You don't actually have to do it, but you have to follow him here. So, with Tadachi, this bit right here, when we leave Tadachi's, this is the checkpoint for this bit. You get caught by any police in this part, you get put back here. We shouldn't do, because obviously we know where they all are. There are no fight spawns in this bit, it's just the police. As long as we go the correct way, we're not going to lose any time. There is a skip in this bit. It is damn near impossible to get. There's going to be a policeman in front of me as I go up to the set stairs on the right here. It is this guy ahead of us right there. If you can get an NPC to spawn on the side closer to the Millennium Tower, so that's the opposite side from where we are, and push him towards where the side that we were standing are, his hitbox on that side is actually smaller, and you can walk past him and get directly to the Millennium Tower. Saves you a good 30 to 45 seconds. However, have you ever tried to spawn in an NPC and have him push another NPC? Because goddamn, that's impossible. It is very, very fucking hard, and we have never ever found, like, you know, a guaranteed way to make an NPC spawn and push him over. It is unfortunately impossible. It's a giant shame, because it would be a giant chunk of time save. It's probably like the white whale of Yakuza 4 speedrunning now, is finding a way to skip this entire back and forth. Which, unfortunately, I don't think is gonna happen. Run across the entire other car park, all the way over to exit E. Yeah, as Tap says, they actually go out of their way to avoid, like, the actual cop NPC. You literally just have to get very lucky and have, like, an NPC push him out of the way. There's no easy way to do it. There's no guaranteed way to do it. You just have to get lucky. It sucks. It would be so cool tech if we could actually do it, but it's not consistent in the slightest. And if you fail it, you're gonna lose a good 30 seconds. So, yeah. It's one of those that's just, it's not worth going for. Like, no matter how, like, optimized this run's gonna get, it's never gonna be worth going for. It really sucks. Onyx Club ain't that bad. A little trial and error, but it really isn't that bad. As long as you're upgrading your robots past a certain point, it's really not that bad. Those itches. Yeah. I'm gonna move a little bit to the left here because it stops you getting a cutscene with that cop there. Go back in the sewers. Good, I'm sitting in a weird position tonight. And if you think this bit is unnecessary, wait till I tell you we gotta do it again. Because yes, we have to do it again. Thankfully no fight spawns again, but yes, we have to do another run through Kamurocho as Saijima again. It kinda fucking sucks. Like, a lot. Yes, this is obviously the quickest path. There is one path that would be so much quicker for the second part. And it's going directly to the Millennium Tower. It would save literally like 3 minutes. We have never, ever been able to find a way. Anyway, Minami here, he has no idea what's about to happen again. He does. He got hit by Akiyama. He knows what's about to happen. so stiff tonight. Just go back in and speak to Kido again. It's the beginning of the finale. Yeah, with this bit, if we could just... When we got the stairs, you'll see a policeman, like, directly, like, near the middle of the camera. If we could get past him, we could go straight to Minami. But unfortunately, this guy's hitbox is stupidly large, and NPCs don't spawn down here to push the guy. That guy. If we just get past him, we could just go straight to the Millennium. It'd be so nice. We have tried a lot of things to get past that guy, and nothing works. Such a pain in the ass. But this one, funnily enough, following the arrows is actually the correct way to go, or the fastest way to go. In the old days of this run, we used to actually make a little bit of a detour in this bit. We used to go to the weapons van that we would put up here in Akiyama's first chapter. But we have not needed to do that for ages because of baseball bats. And once again, we're just at the exact same point, the top right part of the map. It's a nice casual run through Camera Joe. It's chill, there's no fight spawns, it's nice. Actually kinda like it. Nice little bit of downtime for the run. I don't have to worry too much about certain things like fight spawns, you know? It changes every time. Middle. Doors. See whether or not we get the low poly rat lock. We usually do. Yeah, Africa never released over here. Even though it's like got full English subtitles. Low poly rat. There he goes. Look at him go. Drop in price considerably. Yep. Alt classic status attained. So this is where all the time save begins. Two relatively big fights. We have the fight against Minami and his boys, and we have the match in the fight. For the Minami and his boys fight, what we ideally want to do is position the camera and then go swinging towards the camera. This is going to make it so that the enemies will actually respawn in the pathway of the swing, not the idealist of angles. Because if I do this, they're going to spawn below me. Which still keeps them together relatively well, but again, ideally, that swings. I gotta sort my shit out. Metal. So when the camera changes, they all are up there, so I wanna go this way. Yep. That's up. Ideally, I like them all against this wall, like to the left. It's an invisible barrier. They all just gather up really nicely. For the two that are left, you can just use normal swings. Come on, game. That's good. Good swing. See that? That's the beautiful shit right there. I can, like, flurry behind, but I just want to get him in front with everybody here. We are still trying to save baseball bats, but again, with side mount, it really doesn't matter. Just swing. Don't think, just swing. The last ones. The guy behind me. Good shit. Shit. This also gets me near the middle for these three. If you are lucky, you can get all three of these with one flurry. Almost. Good enough. Please essence finisher. I'm begging you. Minami. Same strat as Akiyama. One heat action, 2 flurries. You can let Minami out of the combo once. Now, you will notice that even though I have a bat left, I am replenishing my bats. This is important. You must not, under any circumstances, go into the next fight without any baseball bats. Here we go. This is where I keep losing 30 seconds in every single one of my runs. Fuck the Majima fight in this game. Golden rule. Never, ever use Essence of Finisher when you do not have a baseball bat in hand. Also, reason why you don't want to come into this fight without any baseball bats equipped is because Majima is going to attack you immediately. Garden Flurry. That's the plan. Please don't fuck me over, Majima. Do a little bit. Get that. Again, if you don't have a bat, use Essence Finisher. I'm on the way up so he doesn't do anything. I wanted to do that again. To make sure he didn't spin at me. Good. No bats equipped on Saejima. So none equipped on Akiyama or Saejima. Me getting a good Majima fight in the year 2020 fucking 4? Jesus Christ. Runs alive. Now comes the nasty shit. Now comes the absolutely nasty shit. It is Thursday 2024 now. Is it actually Thursday? You sure? I thought it was Tuesday. Text skipping it right now. Tanemura. So, here's the issue with Tanemura's part. We're going to buy 9 baseball bats, and they have to last for the entirety of Tanemura's part. This is not an easy thing to do. We now need to make a lot of use of the whole weapon degradation thing that happens with baseball bats. Essentially, with the flurry for the baseball bat, as long as the animation doesn't end before the fight ends, we keep our durability. If done right, we will be using a couple of flurries, like 3 or 4 of them, before we even get to the first boss, and we'll still have 14 hits left. We also need money for taxis, which that's why we can't buy, like, a super huge amount of them. Unfortunately, we can only buy 9 of them. So, baseball bats, and 2 fake silver plates. Fake silver plates so that we don't have to play Mahjong in the story, which is upsetting because I want to play Mahjong. Really want to play Mahjong, but it's much faster to just do this, sadly. 2, then 1. What's the top option or the bottom option? I don't actually remember. Maybe it's the top option, right? Yeah. Excuse me. Into the taxi. There should not be fight spawns yet. I believe there's no fight spawns in this bit for Tanamura until after we get through the first 2 tutorials. Then there's fight spawns. So again, top right of the map. You already know. Option 2. Have a lot of time save in this chapter if I can do things properly. See if we've been doing things properly. Mr. Panda 78. Thank you for the tier 1 for 5 months. Ron indeed. I only wanted a sumo, unfortunately. So, ugh. Missed to try and hit me. So, what we're going to do is 2 swings. And this is why 14 durability, not 15. By doing 2 swings, we guarantee the animation is long enough for us to be able to get out of this fight without losing the bat. You can do it in 1, but it's a little tight. So, if he guards, then it can be a problem. But by doing 2 hits, you're guaranteed to come out with still 14 hits left. It looks weird because, again, you'd think that I would go down to, again, 3 durability from that. Down by 2 for, obviously, the 2 swings to 13, and then down to 3 from, obviously, the 10 from the swing. But because you use the flurry before the animation ends of your normal attack, you don't lose the durability of the normal attack. This guy's just 1. Tanamura's fight theme. To hear it again after not hearing it for so long. Just 1 for this guy. 1 for this guy is complete. He has less HP than Mr. Try and hit me, so as you can see, the animation is still playing. Alright. I believe at this point, this is where... Ugh. Fight spawns start spawning in, so we just have to be a little careful. Where's your gun, right? So we gotta go to Little Asia. In terms of the story, Tanamura is the only person who can actually enter Little Asia, because he speaks Chinese/Tagalog. So we're gonna head over there right now. This is where we just be careful again. I'll also notice there are policemen basically roaming the streets as well. They don't get involved with us. Even if we get into fight spawn, they don't get involved. We don't speak with that guy. Again, he is for a specific character. That character is not Tanamura. There is a fight spawn on the left. Oi. Oi. Remember the last time I actually had a fight spawn on this bit? It's been a while. Cutscene guns, right? Or boat guns. Boat guns. Alright. About to cinematics. So, there are 2 bad fight spawns in this bit. One is in the crossroads, that guy to the right is fine. One in the crossroads before the club, and one directly outside of the club. Very careful. There's not the one on the crossroads. There's not the one outside the club, because it's right next to this guy. You should be able to get past it as long as you stick to the right, but just be very careful. You've seen how fight spawns have behaved in this game today. This fight will basically determine how well this chapter's gonna go. And pretty much the entirety of Tanimura's part. Ideally, we get off a flurry and take out at least 3 or 4 of them. We want one at the very least to be alive, if there has to be one. I want to take care of the large lad on the left, so we're going to go for him first. We'll fear the enemies. Good. By doing that, we can go to S finishing, knock down evasion, regard, and then hit this guy. And again, if you use your bat and then flurry, the animation doesn't finish, you don't lose your durability, which means you keep this bat for the next fight as well. That is why you want to keep at least one bat. If that guy hadn't been stunned, he would have fallen to the floor out of fear, and we would have done Essence of Finishing instead. Either way is still fine, provided you save the baseball bat. One of the most important chapters for saving baseball bats is this chapter. This literally determines basically the vibes of how Tanimura is going to go, and if you need to start saving bats. If you have to start saving bats, that's an issue. I'll fight one here, good. You get one right here. Avoid him to the right. It's a little, again, tight of an angle, but it's not the worst. To the docks. Go now. Alright. Once again, now we get into the nasty stuff. With this first part of this set piece, there is one enemy that has to die. He's the guy in the pink suit on the right there. He is a pain. So I'm going to make sure I hit him with both hits, because again, the base bat's going to go afterwards. And as long as you get that essence finisher off, A-okay. Sometimes he just jumps up immediately, because he's a fucking jackass. Fucking hate that guy. So at this point, we should be hopefully mostly okay for the rest of this. Triangle to dodge this. We have a little bit of speed tech coming here. It's pretty nice. All the QTEs. The QTEs are actually the same button every single time, which is nice ways to mix them up. But the nice thing is RGG forgot to put blockers on you running away from these fights, so we're just gonna run. Thanks, RGG. And then we get to a fun part. So if you played this game before, you'll know that this oil here slips you up. If you walk onto it, you will fall over and you will lose a metric dot at a time. However, we have speed tech for that, and it's just bloody funny. It's just really bloody funny. Pass this guy, and then I'm gonna start spamming the lock-on button. And as you can see, you just completely glide over the oil. Simple as that. The reason I haven't re-equipped my bat yet is because I don't want a weapon in my hand. Square for this. Always square for this. And the reason why you don't want a weapon in your hand is to punch this door 4 times. Run forward. Get the bat out. Up or right D-pad is fine. This guy can shoot you in the back, so hopefully we're far enough away that if he shoots us, he pushes into the cutscene. Then come the annoying duo. These two fucking suck. We have 2 enemies in this bit. The ones with the large HP bars. The guy with the gun and the guy with the sword. Kill one of them. Doesn't matter which. Kill one of them. You can get both of them fucking fantastic. But they suck really badly, and you want to make sure that they do not do their heat move. Which you can do by getting them like that and then doing the heat attack. But unfortunately, that guy just knocked me over, so I'm probably going to lose out here. Unless... not the best way. This, but it still works. Fix the other guy. Usually he can fear, but unfortunately he didn't. I should have lined him up a bit better with the other enemies, because now I'm going to have to use an extra baseball bat. I'm down at least 1 flurry more than I would like to be at this point. Might be 2, depending on how this goes. It's fine, because I will hit you down and then finish you. Not ideal. Gonna lose a bit of time. Actually, I might not. I might save some time. The downside is I am definitely down 1 more flurry than I would like to be comfortable with. That doesn't mean it is bad news for the rest of Tanimura. It means I have to be a little more careful going forward. The idea is that you go into Chapter 4 with 2 entire baseball bats, which means that you have 7 to play with. There are a couple of parts where you can actually save baseball bats, and there are a lot of parts where you cannot save baseball bats. They're coming up in the next chapter. We're now 30 seconds ahead. As I said, a lot of time saved with Tanimura. Lot. Also, this cutscene has a lot of fucking voiced cutscenes, and it sucks. Because this really, really sucks for the arms and the fucking all the mashing. A bit of a reprieve. And then do it again. So, for those who haven't seen a Yakuza 4 run, or haven't seen me bash my head against this fucking run in the last couple of days, there is PC exclusive speed tech to Yakuza 4. It is coming up in this chapter. If you wanted to know which is the fastest version of Yakuza 4 to speedrun, RTA-wise, it should be the PS4 version. But it's not. Despite the fact that the RTA for the PC version is actually longer because of these cutscenes, the long load times, and also the pausings of skipping cinematics, that actually makes the PC version faster. Way faster. Which, again, is stupid. See. It is big speed tech, saves us 3.5 minutes. It's fantastic. Now we meet Tanimura's weapon master. This is or move master, I should say. Now, there's a good storyline in this, but we will be exploring that later. Well, we actually won't be in this one, but you know. Worry too much about this bit. Now, there is one slight issue with Tanimura. We need to speak to a specific character for the story, who is Zhao the Chef. Not as Zhao the Chef from LAD, but that Zhao the Chef. The issue is that he is actually going to be preoccupied in a sub-story. So at some point, we have to do a sub-story to move him on, and the best time to do that is now. So this is going to start up a sub-story in Meihua. We have to go and rescue Zhao from a couple of dudes that have him. And the nice thing is, this is going to drop us off at a taxi. That taxi is going to be perfectly positioned to get us to the 100 million yen. For now, we're just going to run down here. And this fight is one that I am really praying after the previous chapter that we actually manage to use one flurry for. I do not want to use more than one flurry in this fight. If I use more than one flurry in this fight, we are going to be very low on base when that hits. You a fight spawn? You might be a fight spawn, and that's an issue. So it's this fight. So you can, if you get lucky, you can take all 4 of them out with one flurry. Sometimes the guy on the right actually moves forward. If so, it's fine. We'll just take care of the rest. Bat will fear a few of them. Good angle. It's fine that he's alive. Again, remember, don't think, swing. Shame that he aggroed so he, like, attacked, like, immediately. In this cutscene, I have to pay very, very close attention behind Tanimura. You have very, very few chances to see here. See whether or not there is a fight spawn behind him. It's more to the left of where that lady is standing. I think there is a fight spawn. If there is, you have to react really quickly here. There isn't. Okay, good. It was just someone walking by. That's why I moved backwards. It's that guy. That jackass. That's why I moved backwards a tiny bit, was because I wanted to make sure that if it was a fight spawn, if there is a fight spawn there, it will immediately go onto you. You have to run backwards, otherwise it will catch you. And so I moved backwards a little bit there, just in case, because I didn't want to lose my run over that. 100 million, taxi to the parking lot, it's right here. It's this car. It's literally this car. It's literally this car. It is as simple as that. And then we go to Pink Street. Should be up by 3, question mark? Down by 2. Remember, tax this is reversed. This is Yakuza 4. Remember that the last second. Likes voiced cutscenes that we have to skip. Who wants another one? This chapter has the most out of any chapter in the game, and there's so many of them. There's technically 4 of them, but that 4th one you're not supposed to be able to skip. Not supposed to. We are. It's going to be the PC exclusive speed tech. Please don't fight spawn. Very nice. And the fight spawn could appear here and be a big pain in the ass to get by. Not. And this guy. Leads into our voiced cutscene. I really love the Rooftops camera shot. I really, really, really wish that, you know, this would actually be reintroduced in another game. These Rooftops are fantastic. Gotta love voice cutscenes. I'm gonna fall asleep while mashing the buttons. Ooh. So Katsuragi, we're going to meet in front of the Millennium Tower. Nice big open public place. You can't do anything at that point. Haha. Off we go. I still don't know which is the actual best route to get back to Little Asia. They're all pretty similar. But I'm going to be leaving the rooftops here and then going via Kamurocho itself. Which is a little more dangerous because there are fight spawns down here. But with this route, there actually aren't. I think this is slightly faster than the rooftops because the rooftops layout is like a little bit elongated, but I think it's just pretty much the same. I don't think there's that many differences. In terms of the Little Asia run, I am specifically wanting to go to this side. You can go via the front, but I don't like the front because it makes me very confused. Lots more twists and turns that can like mess you up, whereas this one is just more direct. Also used to get a weapon here, so I haven't really gotten rid of that from my muscle memory. Admin. That's that. Good shit. Okay.
Nani?
It's Zhao again. Say that we are going to stay here, and this starts off our next set piece. So, this is where the PC exclusive speed tech comes in. I will explain it with a visual indication as well. I have not been feeling well for like the last 20 minutes. I'm pushing through this because this is a good run. Been better coming out of Saejima, but still good. So. Excuse me. Walk and talk with Katsuragi. A 3.5 minute bathroom break. Unless you're on PC. This is my controller. As soon as he starts speaking, wait for him to fully finish. Alt-tab. Plug the controller back in. For it to connect. Can go back in a bit quicker. Look at the bottom of the screen. Notice how that now I'm holding text skip with R1X, the text is actually skipping. The way this works, it's bloody dumb. When you disconnect your controller on PC, that text box comes up, but every instance of Yakuza 4, because the console versions also just don't give you that text box, they just carry on, the game carries on in the background. And when you Alt-tab out, plug the controller and tab back in, you can just skip all the text, for whatever reason. Say it's 3.5 minutes. PC exclusive. There's not that many exclusive version speed tech that we have in this series. That's one of them. And it's a big one. And when I said earlier with Akiyama, we're going to get used to the steel briefcase later on. Yup. It's on Tanamura. So we'll be heading this way. The briefcase is really fucking good. Really, really fucking good. You can miss a couple of hits sometimes. Like that. What's also good with the briefcase is your essence of finisher. Hey, go. Essence of finisher is really fucking fast in the briefcase. You ideally want to hit, obviously, multiple people. You want to knock them down, build your heat, essence of finish, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, we lose the briefcase here. And yes, you'll notice some briefcase hits are missing. That's a thing. Get used to it. This is where basically that's come back into play. God, I wish we could keep the briefcase for the entirety of the set piece. Fortunately, we have two large enemies here. I want to guarantee I get them, so I'm going to use my right D-pad that first. Make sure I hit you into you. That sucks. Just like killed you. You have to go next. Not best. I'll just do this. Again, not ideal. Ideally, I'd knock him to the ground with a strong attack from further away. But as long as I don't use up my entire bat, I should just use normal attacks. But you are still alive. so I have 2 flurries because I have 11 hits left. That's what I'm trying to save here. I'm going to lose a little bit of time because of that, but at least now I have those bats. Maybe I have for Toyosaki. If we're holding off for 2, I have 3 bats. It's really nice. You want to make sure you hit this guy enough times before the next part of this chase, because that can mess up if you don't. We want to make sure that he goes down in 1 hit to the next part. That should be enough. One more little tap here again. Just in case. Should have been fine. Just in case. I don't want to mess this up to this bit. So with his HP low enough, we can just grab a bottle on the way down here, throw it at him, don't miss, and then that will finish the chase action. Doesn't matter if you're far away, as long as you throw, the cutscene will just start. So, you can line yourself up a little better. Alright. Fuck this fight. More importantly, fuck the guy who's in front of us. He sucks. I will not have the heat. Actually, I might have the heat ready for this. So when you knock him to the ground, everybody else is going to fear. Thankfully, he didn't go to the ground, but briefcase guy sucks. For this guy, as soon as you get your heat, you want to hit him with a heat attack and keep him on the ground. You can now understand why he fucking sucks. This guy has to die. As soon as you have him on the ground, keep attacking him. Fuck you. This fight has not been going well for me lately. Fuck you. Who knows, a shit game. Not great. Not great. The real time loss is going to come at the end of this set piece. This hasn't been the best set piece, sadly. Movement here is important so you don't get pushed by these guys, which unfortunately I've already been pushed once. And also you don't have a bottle thrown at you there. Good. The angle is a little off than I'd like to be because obviously messing that up. Oh nice, I managed to get that still. That was lucky. That usually doesn't work. Enter stage right. The guy in the purple suit. Toyosaki. Fuck. Toyosaki. Up there with Saito as one of the worst enemies in this game, and there's a fucking bunch of them. This guy fucking sucks. You want to make sure you flurry him immediately. If he stays down, if he doesn't, that's bad. Fuck. Yeah, that's one of my flurries gone. So at this point, remember, we want to keep 2 bats for the last chapter, which means we are down to 2 flurries. Please stay down so I can heat attack you. You. Hope I can get everybody else. No. That's very, very bad. We'll at least finish this guy if he's still on the floor. Okay, we're just going to have to make sure we have the flurries left, so do the hits. No. I'll give you 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. Ew. There's that time loss as well. Ew. Yeah, I should have used a heat attack against him.
Nani? Nani?
This is gonna be a little nasty. This might have to be an essence of combo. I don't think 1.5 is it. Chapter's one of the shortest chapters in the game, in the run, obviously. It's very quick, very easy. All we have to do is find the evidence in here, which is literally right in front of us. Then we go back to Little Asia. That's it. That's what we do. That's the chapter. Literally right here. I have a good bit of time save in this next one, but having only 1.5 bats for Sugiichi is a bit rough. If Sugichi gets up fast, I'm in big trouble because I need to essence finish him at least once. I need to do it more than once now because of the lack of bat. Not ideal. We're either gonna, in the next chapter, save like 20-30 seconds or lose it. Fun. Fun. Good, no fight spawn. I have been so lucky with my champion district fight spawns tonight. So fucking lucky the entire night. Through good runs, through bad runs. Very nice. That's the chapter. That's literally it. That's the chapter. Told you it was nice and quick. That is literally the chapter. Saved a second. Good movement. Chapter's all about movement. Now, once again, fingers crossed that we don't get any bad fight spawns over in Tenkaichi, eh? And then we'll see if the practice we were doing earlier pays off. I'd hope so. I hope so. This is the part of the run that I am sweating over, because this is going to be very tight with the baseball bats, and also the fact that I have a failed boat skip in my PB. Over to Tenkaichi, which is down by 3. Move down by another spot here. Pray that we don't have bad Tenkaichi fight spawns on the way to Sky Finance. What we like to see. Just don't fuck it up. Practiced an angle. For which angle to take first. Don't get up.
Moshi.
We'll be very happy if this goes well. Because we're going to be... It's essentially this chapter and the next chapter that are our 2 giant time saves for the rest of this run. So, unfortunately, the 1.5 bats is going to be an issue. It's not impossible to do Sugiichi with 1.5, but it's going to be hard. Also means that I haven't exactly been playing well with Tanamura. Okay. Don't have fight spawns this bit. It's kind of right. Looks like a fight spawn. He's not. He just nods his head a bunch. Good for him. Okay. Boat skip. What we practiced earlier. What I was practicing to make sure that I have the angle right. Just chat, I'm going to go quiet for a second so I can hopefully do this correctly. And we just have to hope I can do this in fucking 1.5 bats. Good shit. So, that's boat skip. Let me explain. What happens when you get close to being game over to losing Sugiyuchi there makes the game stop Sugiyuchi from moving. It slows him down greatly, which allows us to go forward a little bit and then get in front of him. And when we boost in front of him, we actually are able to hit him with the front of the bow. You're wondering, yes, you do want to intentionally fail that first Q2. Now comes the hard part. God, I don't know if 1.5 bats is enough here. Won't be able to fail that Q2, that's for sure. Not to get up, my dude. Shit, it isn't now. Oh, fuck me. Imagine choking the run like this. Imagine choking the run like this. Just fucking imagine. All that time saved from Boskip's gone. All that time saved from Boskip is gone. That's the time that we were gonna save, and it's just gone. .5 was doable, but I missed both of the last hits of the baseball bat, which is the ones that do the most damage. Not dead yet. We have one last big bit of time save. It's fucking Saito. It's always fucking Saito. Here we go again. Very much had enough of Saito. Saito is where my time save is. Saito, my beloved, fuck me. I'm so tired. So tired. I'm so fucking tired.
Nah.
I do have, however, the law downloaded. A more reliable Saito method. Yes. Once again, Taichi. To give you the save point here. I guess it's because you have a bunch of like long cutscenes. Like, the only thing you can do is speak to Haruka, and then you just go into the set piece anyway. I don't know why they give you the save point here. There's no point. You have multiple long cutscenes. Like, after this bit, I guess before you speak to Hamazaki, sure, but like, it's weird. It's weird giving it you there instead of here. Like, here, yes, because we're about to go into the set piece, but like there? What the fuck? You bastard of a controller. Son of a bitch. Alright. A lot of things that can go well and a lot of things that go wrong in this set piece. Need the last bit to go well, and I have the law downloaded.
No.
Good old Tamashiro found the office. This is a really clever, like, asset reuse for, like, a set piece in this game. Like, the reverse of, like, the Tamashiro family office at the start of Yakuza 3. It's actually a really clever, like, asset reuse. I think it's very, very good. Ryuji. RGG are doing everything in their power to make Ryuji alive. That's the whole point of Gaiden, is to convince you that Ryuji is not dead. Not to mention at their funeral service thing they put on in Japan, the only person that didn't have a grave was Ryuji. Ryuji is not dead. Fuck you, Saito. So here we want to grab enemies and throw them into other enemies. This will kill them, and also get us a level up. And hopefully stop that guy who's being really aggressive for once. You don't want to grab and throw Saito. Now, we can have some fun. Not on my cell phone. Oh, fuck me. Calm down. It's fine. Essence of rolling. And double. The literal only upgrades we need. Fuck, Saito. Good. Not a great start. So, you want to grab every healing item in the set piece. It is vital that you do so. We don't grab the one in the side room, though, because side room's like an extra fight. But you need all of the standing, like, pickup items for health. Super important, otherwise we will not have the money we need on Kido. And I also want this gun. It's for Saito. Alright, so, make sure you do the QTE. Do not fail this. We want to keep Saito on the stairs and grab a healing item. So, we can use the slower shooting, hold R1, press circle method. Then start shooting him normally. Throw the gun. Try and keep him on the stairs. Fuck. Fuck me, I hate Saito so much. Come here. Up the fucking stairs. Or downloaded. Fuck you, Saito. Triple light. Strong. Not quadruple. Still lose time because of obviously that not being the best set piece, but the run is alive again. It's a fucking roller coaster. It's a fucking roller coaster. I've had enough. Already feeling sick before I got on the roller coaster. Fucking God. Remember when we said, you know, the Tanemura chapter 3 was like one of the shortest chapters in the run? Say hello to the other one. This one.
Oh.
It shows up as mini can't prove Dead Cells is canon. I think people want that to happen. Like, genuinely. Non-ironically. Let me off Yakuza Falls Wild Ride. Because even if I PB this run, I'm not satisfied. Like, nowhere near satisfied. Not with the, like, the time save, then time loss we've had. Still won't explain why I'm the arm. Nope. Nope. This is nice because they can chill for this chapter. This chapter is just avoid fight spawns and don't be a fucking idiot and walk into them. More often than you'd think. Happens a lot more often than you'd think. Ugh. Depending on the fight spawns of this bit will determine on the direction that I am going in. It looks like we don't have a fight spawn ahead of us, so I'll be going that way instead. You can go via Tenkaichi Alley, but Tenkaichi Alley is, as you can probably guess, kind of scary with its fight spawns. At least this way I don't see any in front of me. Remember what we said earlier about not talking to a certain NPC? Guess what? Now is the time we speak to certain NPC. It is with Kiryu. Speak to this guy next to the coin lockers. Reason is because he gives us the coin locker radar. We need this. Might be thinking, well, you should know where all the coin locker keys are. Of course we do. But we're not using it for that. That's gold. Got it by 0.3 of a second. Let's fucking go. Hello, Daigo Dojima. How you doing? See you in like 20 minutes. Don't you fuck me over, I swear to God. One of the nastiest fights we still have left in this run, unfortunately. So this bit. This is the best time we have to go and get baseball bats. Let's go and get our baseball bats. We're going to be buying 17 of them. Again, we're going to watch out for the fight spawn down the alleyway off of Nakamichi here. Alright, good. Hello, my good man. Like baseball bats. That gets us to 100,750, which is perfect. We buy 17 baseball bats. It's important to buy 17 because that will make sure that we don't overspend our money. It gives us enough money to carry on taxiing during Kiryu's part. Now comes the RNG. So we need to get back to Serena, so once again, hopefully we can get a fight spawn outside of Serena. But it's the bit after this which gets a little nasty. And PB had very good RNG here. Once again, no fight spawn outside of Serena. Oh damn, I'm getting lucky. Abilities on here. So, this next bit is interesting. We are not going to look like it. We are actually on a fixed path right here. So, we are going to have to go a specific direction, and we cannot escape from that direction. Downside, fight spawns. Normal fight spawns can appear in this bit, and there are some really fucking nasty ones. There are some decent ones, and there are some nasty ones. This guy here is okay, as long as I can get past him. Actually, I can go to the left. That's him inside of me right now. As long as I go left immediately, we're fine. It's a bit safer to go this way than go to the right. That one's not too bad. This one is. Because I have to drag him back all the way. Run past him. And get past him before he returns from this cutscene. Because then he'll be next to us. You can get one right here as well, looking towards you. Two bad fight spawns. Very bad. Very, very bad. In my PB, I had a grand total of 0 bad fight spawns. It's not getting the luck I need. Now comes the scary part. You can probably tell who we're chasing right now. If you've never seen this game, we've got a boss fight coming up. Which is infinitely better with baseball bats, but oh fuck me, it's easy to fuck this up. So, aim Tanamura. I can get them both, but aim Tanamura. Also, do not, under any circumstances, feel the heat Akiyama. Well, the essence of finishing Akiyama right now. If you do, you will get their feel the heat. Their feel the heat lasts about 30 seconds. Everything can fuck you in this run. Downside to Tanamura, he can parry your baseball bat. This is fine, this is good. You hit him when he gets up, we're all good. I could have angled that a bit better for Akiyama as well, but it's fine. I'd rather make sure that we actually get through this. GG. Good fight. Alright, sir, you have 1 HP. What the fuck? It's me not paying attention. Okay, I'm gonna lose time in this chapter due to fight spawns and fucking up that fight a little bit. But that's what you want to do. That saves you from seeing the feel the heat that lasts 30 seconds, and it's fucking nasty. I'm absolutely gonna lose time because of that, though. Whoops. You need to pay attention in the future next time. I honestly thought that was gonna be enough. I hate this roller coaster. I want off Yakuza Falls Wild Ride. I've very much had enough. This next chapter, man. I have time save, but this is the nasty shit. So, ideally, we don't use up all of our baseball bats. If we do use up our baseball bats, that's actually fine. Ideally, we save some. I should have spares on Akiyama, and especially on Saito. So we should be fine for spare bats if we use all of them up with Kiryu. The downside is we need them to last until the end of this chapter for Kiryu. There is an exceedingly nasty fight at the end of this chapter. Like, very, very nasty fight. This is where things get really nasty. This is a chapter that has a metric ton of potential time save and a metric ton of potential time loss. Remember what I said earlier? There's a couple of like sub bosses that are just genuinely nasty bastards. They all reside in this chapter. Unless your name is Saito or Toyosaki, they all reside in this chapter. There are 4 of them in this chapter. Why, this is gonna be a little nasty. Also, more voice cutscenes. Who loves voice cutscenes? I love voice cutscenes. No, I don't. I have to mash. It hurts my arms. We got 2 of them. Here's one of them. Next one is until the finale, thank God. This is where I start to mash. This one isn't too bad, thankfully. I like that you get the little portraits of them looking at their phone. It's not like we can tell what they're doing right now. The Kataragi's shocked face at Kiryu is like, whoa. What do you mean it's Kazuma Kiryu? What do you mean you're phoning me? Here I am being an evil smug bastard. You can't tell right now, but I am. I'm gonna stab you in the back. Alright. Now we ride. Now we ride. Forrest gives us a phone call. Thanks, Forrest. Tells us to remind us where to go to get to Purgatory in case this is your first Yakuza game, or you've plumb forgotten since the previous ones. Thanks, Forrest. That's not a fight spawn. He looks like he should be a fight spawn. He's not a fight spawn. Right. Kamurocho Hills. Evil set piece personified. We have to save our bats whilst using our bats and murdering most enemies. Downside, you have a couple of enemies like this that are really far away from each other. So it's going to make it a little harder to obviously set up for swings. I'm actually going to leave the rest of these and hope they follow me. And I'm actually just going to go after the gun guy early. This guy's going to sit next to you, which is nice. Hopefully everybody else gets a little bit more together. I shouldn't have done all of that. It's fine. It's going to do that to get rid of gun guy. Now the downside is, okay, gun is there. I want ideally to hit as many of these as possible, and especially Sledgehammer Guy with the last hit. Sledgehammer Guy last hit is important. Shoot. Ideally, I want to hit Sledgehammer Guy, unironically, because he's the one that's, like, hardest to deal with here. Everybody else gets dealt with fucking baseball bats, which doesn't count the baseball bats. So again, I want to line these bit up. And the ideal thing is I hit him with the last hit. As you can see, it's really hard to line up Poirier. I'm actually going to finish him with a normal so I can save the baseball bat for later. Probably a bad idea, but... I can now, like, pretty much use a lot of my baseball bats. I should probably try and finish him off faster, but at the very least I'm by the entrance, because I usually end up in a very far away place. Hey, Cosmic. Cosmic, how was X-Files? Was the truth out there? Right. So that's the first of our nasty mini-bosses. Say hello to number 2. Potentially the worst one in this entire fucking game. This guy is the biggest jackass. Say hello to Nakano Watari. Fuck this guy. I'm going to intentionally get hit by him and hope he does a specific move so that I can get up behind him and flurry his ass. He didn't. That is the one, actually. He just delayed it. Fuck you. Because Nakano Watari likes to guard. And have a bunch of hyper. If you get grabbed, do not forget, you can just flurry out. That actually connected, I'm surprised. Which I don't have a baseball bat equipped. You only need to take care of Nakano Watari. Shit, this is not good. Since I finish him, that'll do a little bit of damage. Not a lot. Still good. Okay, it's fine. I lose a flurry, it's fine. This is not going well. I've got to go fast at this point. Don't think. Just swing. Mantra comes out. I'm definitely using up a lot of baseball bats, and I should, but yeah, don't think, just swing. Absolutely going gun strats for all these fights, because I'm not going to have enough bats. This guy sucks, just swing. Until you get more than that, obviously. On menu delay. Give a hit on you, you'll go down, then I'll finish. Pretty decent. Out again. Return to Nakano Watari. If we can get a good flurry in the start of this, you can actually hit him real hard. It's open. It's like a 6 out of 10. That's probably a bit higher than I expected, to be honest. Good hit. Good finish. Fucking beautiful. Fuck him up. Are you... Oh, fuck. Just gonna use that. It's fine. Alright, that's not too bad. I'm definitely using up more bats than I would like. I'd like at least one more bat at this point. So we do have backup strats. Backup strats are this lad. 2, 3, double, double. Yep. Grab gun. I'm gonna take this gun. Let's start juggling guns. We usually juggle guns anyway to try and, like, save on baseball bats, but I'm definitely gonna need to do that here. Time for Suzumiya Haruhi with a gun. Hello. The third of our annoying fucking bosses in this shithole of a bloody set piece. Shoot Suzumiya with a gun. Aimed at this guy. Fuck you. Try and stay behind the displays, because that will stop Suzumiya from hitting you. Then if you need to, like I need to, you can just S finish him like once or twice. Not the most ideal way to deal with him, but it's still fine. Save baseball bat hits. I still get to deal with him at least a pretty relatively fast way. Out of the way, shotgun. Fun fact, the shotguns, they do live up to their name of shoddy shotgun, because the shotguns in Yakuza 4 Remaster are busted. The final shell doesn't exist. Drop the gun with 1 down D-pad hit, not 2. Be exceedingly careful not to do 2. If you do 2, you are going to use a cigarette, and that's going to lose you time. For an RE like, they accomplished that. Some jank, though. Annoying sections. Fair. Again, you can just drop people and hopefully have enough heat to do Essence Finisher on, like, Suzumiya. This guy fucking sucks. Just keep shooting enemies, and when you've killed enough of them, here come the next squad. So the enemies aren't easy to shoot. They will bounce off walls and you can hit them again. This is some advanced fucking Yakuza 5S tech I'm doing right here to take care of these enemies. So notice that I'm dropping the gun on the last shell because it doesn't exist. Y'all fuckers. Up. He's dead. Up him. Oh, come on now. That was okay. Wasn't the worst, that wasn't the best. That's probably a bit better than I did in PB. Also, you might be wondering, if I'm using all these baseball bats, why am I not taking the enemy baseball bat? We do this question a lot in chat. For those who don't know the answer, why am I not grabbing the enemy baseball bats? Those who don't know about this one. Try and guess. Why am I not using the enemy baseball bats? Nice spread. Very nice spread. Go down on the floor. It's fine if he doesn't, because I'll just hit him down and then S the finisher. No flurry. Correct. Because when you press circle to flurry with an enemy baseball bat, what do? You throw it away. So, very correct answer. Very, very correct answer. Okay, we've got a lot of baseball bats now. Time to go fucking wild. Not yet. Not yet. Hold on. Go wild in a bit. Yep. Hold on. Calm down. Punch the door first, then we go wild. Fuck you too. Jackass. Thankfully, even though this guy's got a machine gun, he ain't a problem. So I tried to do something different here before, and it was very bad, so I'm not going to do it again. Not going to do it again. I tried to line up the other enemies in this bit before. It didn't go well, so I'm just going to line up these two. And then line up everybody. So I can get these two. Go on. If I can get those two. Hey, I should probably flurry out, but I don't know where the enemy are. Yeah, they're over here. That's why I'm going to be a bit careful. I want to make sure, you know, I'm still saving a little bit. Good swings. Top 3 of Yakuza runs. Fuck no. Absolutely fuck no. Fuck Yakuza 4. It fucking sucks. I've been close to world record pace for 2 fucking weeks. You fucking ass. Ask me again. Ask me again. I fucking dare you. Ask me again. Oh, that's bad. They're all moving to the right. I got those guys, but yeah. Oh, these two guys. Oh, very nice. Okay, nice for a second follow-up. Top 3. LAD K2. I have to think on the next one because it changes a lot. Before I do that makes that fast, the damage. Unfortunately, at least I got the guy with the gun. Oh, I would like the gun. Okay, I don't know where the gun is, so instead I'm going to punch people again. I have too many baseball bats. I can't believe that's a word I'm saying, but I have accidentally held too many baseball bats. This guy is a fucking jackass. I need to hit him. Thank you. What the fuck? Thanks for walking into my baseball bat, jackass. Die. This keeps me in the middle. Gaiden 6? I do like 6 a lot. It might be 6, but it's not Gaiden. I'd have to think about it a lot. Get off the dude. My time. Not bad. Not great. Very not great, actually. So remember those 4 jackasses we talked about? Yeah, here they all are in one fucking lovely go. Fuck this game. I'm going to swing. OG Yakuza? No. Definitely not. He would hit that last hit. Start. No, do not return to the title screen. Swear to God. 2 bats for this should be fine. I can kill Nakano Watari. He takes way more damage now to fucking heat attacks. Fuck you, Nakano Watari. Move away so I can hit you with the last hit of this. Oh. Suzumiya with a gun! You're actually alive! You're actually alive! Also, Horie has 4 HP. This is bad. Oh, my time, man. This is a bad camera to Hills. It's a bad camera to Hills. I don't think that this is gonna go well. Yeah, button returns main menu is touchpad. Fucking hate roller coaster so fucking much. Alright, I have half a baseball bat on Kiryu, which means I need 2 Kiryu, 2 Akiyama, everything else Tanemura. Actually, I might have spare on Aki. I should check. To self, Akiyama, Saijima don't have equipped bats. Let's take that into consideration. All of their bats are full. There is potential with how bad my Tanemura section in my finale was. However, there is a lot of potential time lost in this finale. Yeah, anyway. Final voiced cutscene. Hamazaki's quotation marks dead. He is dead, but I mean, it's RGG. I don't believe that. Back in a second. I go very quickly through my inventory management here. So the idea here is that we need at least 2 baseball bats on Akiyama, 2 baseball bats on Kiryu, 2 baseball bats on Saijima, although ideally 3. And then, yeah. Else in Tanemura.
Money.
Great plan is to put a bunch of money on the Millennium Tower roof each. So, iron box. Oh, I have no spare bats on Kiryu. Okay. Nope. Okay, Akiyama. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Saijima. 2. You have more? Okay, that'll do because you should have 3, I think. Tanemura. That'll do. You know what? I'm saving 3 on Kiryu just in case. This shouldn't go wrong, but just in case I'm a little concerned. Because that's 2.5. It should be fine, but just in case. Tanemura has enough. God, I hope that's enough. Damn, tries you batty, right? Alright, the boss rush. Very strict rules about the boss rush.
Oh, すごいね。俺に初めて出会った時からその覇気があってくれりゃ。
I mess up any of these fights, runs dead. It's very easy to mess up literally every single one of these fights. Bar Kido. Kido is such an easy fight. Is it bad in Speedrun 2? Oh god, yes. Oh god, yes. It's where my big time loss is in this split. I should honestly have like sub-splits for all the finale bosses. I use sub-splits for every other character. So. Right. The issue is that Akiyama has no bats equipped, so I have to go into my inventory immediately. Equip my 2 bats and make sure you use your beer. Gotta be careful here because he's gonna go this side. So I'm gonna have to reset Arai's position because I have to go into my menu. So I'm gonna use a heat attack. And then you wanna make sure you hit Arai into the wall at the back. By doing that, he should not bounce up immediately, allowing me to just end the fight. GG. Alright. Smooth. Well, still time at the start because I had to equip the bats, but smooth. Very, very smooth. Then the guy who drew the goddamn shortest straw. Kido. Oh, fucking Kido. I've messed up Kido a couple of times recently, that's why I wanted 3 bats on Saito. Just in case.
今がまさにその瞬間だってことを。
そうか。なら俺がちゃんとお前の思い受け止めたるわ。
Ah,
しっかりお願いします。
you'll know the drill. You know the line.
ああ。手加減なし。死ぬかもしれへんけど文句言うんじゃない。
We are gonna break him in half.
ええな。
はい。
ほいやKido!
Pulls out Kido. Once again, I don't have any base lats equipped, so I'm probably gonna take a hit at the start of this fight to Kido. Okay, so. Into your inventory, get your base lats equipped. Start swinging against Kido. That's bad. This is why I'm glad I have a spare. Thank you for getting hit by that, dumbass. I want to get Kido to 1 HP. Glad I bought 3 bats because holy shit, I fucked this up badly. Still fine. Right, so. That's bad. Thank God I have picked up a Stamina Royale. Interrupt the heal phase. Thank God I picked up that Stamina Royale. We'd be in trouble if I hadn't. Patience. Do nothing. Patience. Fail the QTE. Now swing. Kido. Very good thing that I actually grabbed that Stamina Royale. If I didn't have that, I'd be in trouble. Get Deadly Premonition 99p on Steam. The PC port of Deadly Premonition will not work for everybody. I don't recommend the PC version at all. So you'll notice I equipped my bats on Kiryu before we went into this fight. That's important. Easiest fight to fuck up, by far. If I fuck up, I lose 45 seconds. Every single one of these boss fights is a reminder. Like, literally every single one. The reason why you want to make sure your bats are equipped immediately is because you need to do like Majima. Guard. Daigo goes aggressive. But Daigo, we need to try and hit him into this wall at the back. We need him to bounce, and that's not an easy thing to do. Never essence of finishing if you don't have a bat in hand. He's fucked it. He's fucked it. He's fucked it. Rest in peace. Run dead. You cannot avoid this. Rest in peace, run dead. I'm probably gonna get the second QT because of his HP as well. Rest in peace, GG. Run dead. I'm out of bats. Holy shit. The old-fashioned way, huh? Stomp on him. GG. I'm dead. The only way this run isn't dead is if I get like a fucking perfect Tanamura, which, Jesus Christ, I have to skip the Munakata cutscenes and then not get knocked down by the guards. Jesus. Time for a history lesson on how this used to work. We used to not have a good idea for this fight. The one character that could actually really use a gun in this finale is this guy. One of 2 characters in this game that can't equip guns is fucking this guy. Despite the fact that he uses a gun for his profession, uses a gun in the boat section, and has a gun on his fucking taunt, and is about to use a gun in the next fucking cutscene. I'm a little salty. However, we used to do this by getting the super spicy knife and literally about 16 Taranas, and we would just keep using Taranas, getting our heat back, and constantly using heat actions. It was fucking awful. It was all we had until baseball came to town. Now we're going up against the Dodgers. Less than 2 minutes to do this fight. Fuck me. Right, I've got no equipped bats again. 7 bats is pretty good. Ideally, you want 6, like at a bare minimum. So we have to chase Munakata. Munakata chasing sucks because everyone's going to come after us, and we want to make sure we hopefully get the heat action and then hit him as he's getting up again. Cutscene skip. Ooh. chance has presented itself. Get the bat out and flurry behind you fucking immediately. Because I'm about to get hit by all of these bodyguards. All of you. He's got one with a good hit there. It's just flurry and heat actions time. It's not a good flurry, but it's fine. Go flurry backwards. The last one. God fucking damn it. Stand up, you jackass. I ever said how much I fucking hate these enemies? That was an actual pretty good Tanamura part. I fucking hate that. Fucking hate that. Fuck you, yeah. Cool. I said I'd be happy if I actually beat I'm not. I'm so fucking mad. I'm actually so fucking mad. Ah, that's... Wait. That's world record by 6 seconds. I'm just not satisfied. I fucking hate this game. I'm just not satisfied at all in the fucking slightest. I hate it. I fucking hate this game. I know I could do so much better than that. I fucking hate this game. I hate this game so much. Hey, PLA, you can beat this time in like 2-3 days. Good luck. Jesus, I fucking hate this game. Happy 14th anniversary, Yakuza 4. Go fuck yourself. Oh, GG. Yeah, PLA will beat this within like 2-3 days. 2-3 days because PLA will have to derust for 1 day, and then we'll get it in like the next day after that. Man, fuck this game. I am free for a couple of days. Huzzah! This man doesn't use a fucking gun. He don't use a gun in the fucking game. Here he is shooting a fucking gun at his old boss! It's in 2 days. With a more consistent boat skip and the fact that there is so much time save and loss all over this fucking run, like, yeah, I think you've got this. I mean, hell, I know I can beat this by a good 30 seconds to a minute. That's why I'm mad! What a fucking roller coaster. I hate this. Some of best? That's a great question. Let's check that in a second. Jesus Christ. I fixed my golds as well, so it should be a much more accurate one. Ugh. Maybe better Tanamura can't gun. He wasn't aiming. Just like me with a baseball bat. God, imagine if that elite bodyguard had dodged one more time, that wouldn't have been world record right there. God, I fucking hate this run. Alright, let me bloody save my splits then. Holy shit. So. World record. Probably not for long. Load list. This is the column you want to look at. 232.55. Summer best. Sub 230. Oh my god. I want to say that's the first time we've seen sub 230 as a possible summer best. Jesus. I'm free for a couple of days. Thank God. The trouble is, the big trouble is, whenever I set a tiny, like, PB or world record like this, it's always beaten within, like, 2 to 3 days. Or in the case of a certain person in chat, whose name I won't say, DE Cosmic, 45 fucking minutes Devil May Cry 5. Thanks, Cosmic. You look at the DMC5 PC board and you see my run there. That was world record and then Cosmic beat it. Literally 45 minutes later, because Cosmic had already started a run. Every time I did it to LED with every like big milestone, Tom beat me to every big milestone but the sub 320. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. It keeps happening to me. That's what I'm expecting to happen with this. And I will both be happy and unhappy when PLA takes the record back, because it'll be like, man, I get to come back to Yakuza 4. It'll be like, man, I have to come back to Yakuza 4. Process of moving. Fair enough. Whilst you're in the process of moving, are you going to submit this to GDQ? I'm not sure if I'm gonna like submit it to GDQ, but if you are submitting this to GDQ, I am not submitting this to GDQ. I don't have a fourth or a fifth game at the minute, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out. That way, if you are submitting this to GDQ, I can have another slot and just go, alright, let's figure something else out. Yeah, no, as Cosmic says, we were playing a metric shit ton when DMC5 had just come out. And Cosmic was just on a much better run than I was at the end of my run. I need to come back to DMC5, I say it a lot. I just need some spare time. I need a lot of spare time. I am seriously debating, like, whether or not I'm still trying to seriously debate whether or not I take this week to learn Deadly Premonition's new Out of Bounds, get rid of the 2 deaths that I had out of my PB, and I will be probably within 10 minutes of world record pace. And I'm tempted to submit Deadly Premonition to SGDQ. I don't think it would get in. I don't think Deadly Premonition will get in. I think it's just a bit too long. But now that we have an Out of Bounds that skips the entire chapter, it's got some cool tech to it. I'd push for it hard. I don't think it'll get in. So I'm not going to submit Gaiden because Tap's doing Gaiden. If Panda wants to submit Dead Souls, I'm not going to submit Dead Souls. And those alongside 4 were pretty much my only RGG offerings, so... Coliseum is going to be submitted by someone else who's got much more of a grip on the run and is actually way better at it than I am. So I'm not going to spend this week doing Elysium. I think the runs that I'm definitely going to submit, the run that I'm definitely submitting is going to be Grief Syndrome. Probably Attack on Titan 1. Runs an hour and a half. Has good tech. Fuck it, dude. Like, they accepted AOT 2, they might accept AOT 1, I don't fucking know. It's a decent length run. And then basically it's going to be up in the air whether I do Deadly Premonition or maybe focus on Grand Blue Fantasy. Because Grand Blue Fantasy world record is close to 2.5 hours. And Grand Blue Fantasy is a very well-known franchise. It's got a lot of popularity at the minute. I don't know who else is going to submit that. I don't know if anyone's got a time close to that. I know the RPG limit break estimate is like 3 hours 45, which is nearer to my time. And like world record is like 2.5 with like using Vasaraga. So if I can spend this week learning Vasaraga properly, I can easily get to like a roundabout, I think, like 245, 250. So we'll see. I definitely think there's a good shot for Grand Blue, but not like a huge shot. It's just, it might just be a bit too long for what it is again. Which is probably what you can sum up most of my submissions this time around as, if I was to submit 4 Dead Souls, Grand Blue. They're just a bit too long for what they are. I like them all. That's not me saying the quality of the runs are bad, it's just, they're quite long, you know? So, I just need to figure out what I'm doing. Because if I want to do Deadly Premonition, I have to learn the Deadly Premonition skip now. Like start it up tonight after this stream. The new Out of Bounds is really cool. There's no, like, decent documentation on it, so it's going to be hard to learn. But it saves literally 20 minutes. Skips an entire chapter. It's really good tech. It's really good tech. I believe they actually kill Akiyama here. Yeah, no, AOT 2 was SGDQ last year. And AOT 1, my estimate for that would be a 140. My SRC time is not accurate. My SRC time is like a 138. My actual PB is a 131. So, honestly, like, I'd like to, like, if I do AOT 1, I'd like to do, like, another submission video anyway. So, I can quite easily, like, do that and, like, attempt for more, like, PB stuff. I can't believe they didn't kill Akiyama. Goddamn fucking money. That was that when I needed it on Tanamura, huh? Trials of Damned Remaster. I've already done a run of it. The thing is, there is 0 chance it gets into GDQ. Like, if it was submitted, I'd like Ignited to get in, but here's the thing, that game is not getting into GDQ. That game is full of sex jokes. There is one part where you walk on the body of your naked girlfriend who's turned into a giant demon. She constantly gets, you know, beheaded, impaled, uses the butt as all jokes. C-word is mentioned 2 or 3 times. Is unrated fair? Yeah, I like the run. I do want to do more of it. I have already done one run. I do want to do more of it. Also, might be short. Remastered might have skippable cutscenes, which would be nice. Same with, Lollipop Chainsaw does have skippable cutscenes, but the issue is, again, I'm really hoping Ignisis submits Lollipop Chainsaw. I'd love to see Lollipop Chainsaw. I don't want to wave my bloody Johnson around, my big boner. That'd be bad. That'd be very bad. But I'd love to, I run a Lollipop Chainsaw on PS3 because I don't have, my 360's dead. If I turn that thing on, it's going to explode and take out my whole house. So, I can't run the 360 version of Lollipop Chainsaw, and literally, the load times in the first level of Lollipop Chainsaw PS3 versus 360, I lose 45 seconds on the first level alone. So, I can't be competitively viable in Lollipop Chainsaw even if I wanted to be. I'm waiting for the remaster for that one to be competitively viable. I'd still like Ignisis to get that run into GDQ, because Ignisis has been trying for fucking years with that. I think Lollipop Chainsaw would do pretty well at GDQ. But yeah, I'd like Ignisis to get that in. So I'm not submitting Lollipop Chainsaw, but hopefully the remaster's good. It's crossed. I'm worried about it for obvious reasons. You know, it's not gonna have the same soundtrack. It's, you know, it's gonna be weird not to have all the licensed music. The voice cast might change. One character kind of definitely needs to change. Little Jimmy Urine. Jimmy Urine is like the first boss of the video game, and yeah, I'd go look up what they did on Wikipedia. I don't want to say it out loud because it's pretty fucking bad. It's really fucking bad. He kind of needs to go from the video game. Fucking Christ. Let's just say it's, you know, worst of the worst of what you can do. That guy needs to go. Christ. But the licensed soundtrack will absolutely go, which is a shame. It will be a shame not to have Hey Mickey every time you press the R2 button, honestly. I'm just worried about it without, you know, James Gunn's supervision, considering he was such a big, like, big part of, like, the OG Lollipop Chainsaw. The Yakuza Big Gamba. It was the one, yes. It was the one with the 50-50. Thankfully, the 50-50 is gone. Thank God. Thank God. Also, someone asked earlier if this is going up on YouTube. Yeah, it will do. I've also got like 4 other Yakuza 4 VODs to go up on YouTube before this one. Ugh. Honestly, like, for as many thoughts as I have about the baseball bats and how they can fuck you over in this run, thank God the 50-50's gone. Like, baseball bat route is any fucking route is infinitely better than 50-50 route. Like, as much as I have fun times of us betting on the 50-50, having your run die 2.5 hours in fucking sucked. Like, it was the worst feeling in the world. I did that for fucking months. Baseball bat route's so much nicer now that that's gone. Holy shit. Also, baseball bat route makes a lot of fights actually really nice, like the Tanamura Akiyama fight. Yeah, no, I need to decide tonight if I'm going hardcore on Deadly Premonition. I think Deadly Premonition might stand a small chance, not like a big chance. But yeah, we'll see. In an ideal world, the PC version of Deadly Premonition would be guaranteed to work when you installed the damn thing, and then Maxi could submit Deadly Premonition. The thing that I am really hoping for is that Maxi gets Shenmue into SGDQ. I really want to see Shenmue in GDQ. I really hope Maxi gets it in. I also feel bad because every time Maxi's had a good submission to Shenmue, the guy that's fucked him over has been me.
なんでだろう
I genuinely don't mean it. I'm sorry, Maxi. RGG runs are pretty short. Don't tell Maxi there's an hour-long RGG run being submitted at this GDQ. It's not me. It's not me. Promise, it's not me this time. I'm so sorry, Maxi. Yes, all those shots were, like, revealed earlier. It does look good, visually at least, but it's never been all about visuals for the Lollipop Chainsaw. I got things I'm very worried about. We'll see. Also, I think the out of bounds in Lollipop Chainsaw is probably going to go with the remaster. Like, it's likely going to go, which is a shame. Make the remaster run a bit longer. Bye, Tanamura. See you never in the next 14 years. I genuinely love to see Tanamura again. I would really love to see Tanamura again. Time to seriously talk about his ex-wife. A lot. A lot. Listen, that divorce hit him hard. Like, hit him hard. It hit his, like, relationship with his daughter hard. Like, I can understand the poor guy. He should, well, he does get over it because, you know, he hooks up with the Mama at Serena. So,